Welcome to multiplayer or tabletop gaming, and we're back with some more D&D. So yeah, uh, stuff got interesting for all of us while we were away. IRL
Purpose lost in the woods.
and don't.
Yeah,
So
and the spoilers.
we all did a whole bunch of rolls off camera to decide what we were gonna do on our time skip,
Mm-hmm.
and we're about to basically go through all of it.
Fuck,
In
I
a
forgot how to
summary,
spell penguin.
Mm-hmm.
so our DM Kai,
Hello.
take it away.
The DM.
I can't really.
Totally didn't blank out for a second.
Yeah,
Yay!
I was about go ahead.
So we have, or were, going to have some downtime. We still technically have the downtime. Technically. So we shall do a summary for what has happened thus far. Starting with, let's see. Everybody's currently on the Forge page. So we'll start with
Uh,
Thought
we were gonna start with Terp.
No,
we're gonna
that's going to be
start.
last.
We're gonna be chronological order here to some degree.
Just
So we're gonna start with Zoho.
of course.
Partly to do with your roles. So
Uh,
we started by having you guys, when you returned back to the guild, there was a few messages, like jobs that had been posted up on the door, and you decided to take different ones based on who felt like they were good at what, is kind of what I was getting, and what their characters kind of like. Varin was going to go all dwarfy. Zoho decided to lend a hand as best he could.
yep.
Unfortunately, Zoho has no experience whatsoever working in a forge.
Yep. He's a monk.
And even with all his training and whatnot, and his high skill level, he is completely out of his comfort zone.
He flubbed it.
And after only a few days working at the forge alongside Farin and the blacksmith, he decided to help. He came to the conclusion that it would be best to take a short break so that he doesn't end up injuring his body, because, gotta look after your mind and body.
Yeah, body is a temple.
And sitting there for 2-3 days pumping bellows is quite a strenuous, repetitive task
It's not
that he is not used to.
Yep.
However, the blacksmith himself is quite friendly and stuff, and understands, and considering he was only needing one apprentice, Farin staying to help, he is quite happy for you to stop where you are. He pays you a gold piece for your troubles over the past few days.
Just a little bit of heads up. Zyka just messaged me. Her power is still out, so she's not going to be joining us at all.
Oh,
It's fine.
He's sad.
So you get paid 1 gold piece for your time and effort.
Yeah.
As you were helping, it was one less task they had to juggle between them. And it's friendly enough, and he tells you that if you feel back up to it, he wouldn't mind you coming back just for the simple things if needed. And so you head off to take a few days break to let your arms rest. When your arms start getting when your fingers aren't feeling numb and whatnot, starting to feel a bit better, you decide that you would like to continue with the things you enjoy for a little bit. Take the opportunity. and you are able. You spend time painting up, kind of painting up your pictures of sketches that you had before, mainly focusing on the stag that you had sketched,
Yes.
and
And yeah.
comes out as quite a nice piece.
Simple but elegant.
Yes, with exceptional line work, shall we say?
Yes. Exceptional lines that form the image and draw the user's attention to the
This
detail.
this could be due to lacking of colored paints and whatnot, or it could just be the fact that you're doing this with a calligraphy buff. Either way, it is a nice piece.
Yeah.
If you want to do something, if you want to try and sell this piece, feel free.
I'm just
That bit I
imagining
didn't ask you
him.
during your downtime.
I'm just imagining it like Okami style or something because it's all just
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just calligraphy buff with like proper line work and that.
Mm-hmm.
If Zoho wants to try and sell it on, or if he just wants to keep it as a collection, it's up to him.
Yeah, I might sell it. Sort of give a try to find a buyer. Maybe someone maybe have it stall at the market. If for passersby to come and look at the artwork.
The one piece of artwork.
I still have the average and greater pieces of calligraphy I haven't sold yet.
I thought you sold one though.
No, I haven't. I haven't sold them
Ah.
yet.
So you have 3 pieces of art.
Yeah.
It's an option. But it's entirely up to you.
Yeah.
imagine he gets picked
Uh,
up by like an art trading thing.
Alright. So during your off time, you don't spend like 24/7 painting and that. You you kind of like have your little wander around town to and whatnot.
Taking the sights, look
L-
for maybe some inspiration.
Yeah, kind of just sort of like entertain yourself for a bit, find out what's going on, because you haven't actually been around like to town around to see what's here and whatnot.
But then,
You've,
go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
so it's like up until now, you've only really been to the marketplace and the cathedral, and there was the fair, but that was in the like open field in the middle
And a
of
couple
town below
taverns
the cathedral, and
and
a
the
couple of
docks.
the dock's a really big place, man.
Briefly, one small part of the docks.
Yes. So you spend some time kind of like acquainting yourself with some of the like more nooks and crannies and getting an idea of like where to find different shops and things if you so need them. And you notice some things, don't you, Zoho?
Yes. High perception roll.
Yeah, you can say this part. What are you
So
thinking about this?
as Zoho is walking around town, he notices something strange. I mean, sure, there are guards posted around town. It's normal. Carnell's a very big city. But then he noticed a few more guards. Then a few more guards. There's a lot of guards everywhere, which is odd because he doesn't recall there being any form of event. No parade, no festival, no big hotshot coming in through town that he'd heard of. Nothing. It's very odd. Why is there a larger guard presence over the past few days than usual?
Yep, there is an increased guard presence, and you have an odd feeling about this.
Hmm.
And this is this is the excitement that Zoho got up to over. I think it's about a week and a half.
And also when he came back to the smithy, he noticed that Thorin and the smithy had moved on from repairing farm tools.
Oh, hang on. Shh,
Oh.
I didn't.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. I am sorry.
We haven't got back to the smithy yet. That's foreign.
Speaking of,
So
Oh,
yeah.
we're
Speaking
done
of,
with
we're going to
Zoho?
go to.
yeet
Yeah.
the baton.
Speaking of, before he lets slip certain things, because
Sorry. Overlap.
there's a
Yeet
bit
the
of
baton to
overlap there.
Josh.
So, well,
Your turn.
Yes,
clear
I
that
kind
last
of
bit from
figured.
clear that last bit from your mind. There may be slight edits and stuff to that based on foreign.
Done.
You were just very quick with your. You were very quick with your
Oh,
answers. So, foreign.
yes.
You spend the majority of your time at the forge, as this
Mhm.
is where your interests kind of lie with the craftsman. Not necessarily the forging itself. Being an artificer, you can kind of dig into lots of different little things, but the idea of just making stuff is where you're feeling at home. And you spend, as I stated, like the first few days with Zoho's help, with him mainly focusing on the bows and stuff to keep things running smoothly. The blacksmith turns out to be quite a jolly fellow, and he is like working with you. He can clearly see that you have like a natural talent for this kind of thing. He puts it down to your like dwarven heritage and whatnot when it comes to the forging, and he's quite impressed with your work. That he,
Mhm.
when like upon discussing, we'll call it the needle that you're working on and whatnot for Zoho, and the one that you brought up with him before, but he himself doesn't know how to do with it. He does offer to allow you to use his forge after effectively hours of the day for him.
Business hours?
Yeah, basically like business hours. So when he's gone, Foreign is it basically gains his trust, and he's like, I don't think you're gonna fuck anything up. That he's gonna come back to a burnt down forge or anything. That he's quite happy to let you stay a bit longer to work on your own project, which gives you a nice bit of time to yourself to work on things.
Mhm.
And you do so. And let me just grab your rolls, because you do manage to,
Do
over
I
the
pass?
time,
Do I pass everything?
I believe you did. I believe you finished it.
Holy
Yeah.
crap!
Do, 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 do. Yes, you are able to sufficiently having access to the whole forge, which gives you access to tools that you can't necessarily carry around on the go yourself. You are able to work and finish off the needle. It is it's an unusual blade with handle and stuff of whatever choosing you and Zoho had come up with for that it was to be a rapier, as it's only really designed for stabbing things.
Stab. Stab.
You managed to basically like sort out the like. You don't really need to like sharpen it or anything. It's more a case of making sure that as you work it, you don't cause it to like splinter and crack up the barb itself that would prevent it from being used. So it's more
Mhm.
just about like working the one end to make sure you can get a good handle attached to it, and you do succeed. We can
Okay.
keep calling it Needle, or if you want to name it something else, you can.
That would be up
Um,
to Zoho when he sees the final product. It's his sword.
but it does come out to be effectively it is effectively a rapier for all intensive purposes.
Oh.
During this time that you're left alone, near near the end of things, when you're like finishing off and like closing down, you notice that there's an open letter being left out on one of the workbenches.
Well, you have my responses to that, so we both know what happens next.
Yeah.
But
So
is the rest of us? Or is
Nope.
that being kept?
no, this is the bit Josh gets to.
This is a
What's the
terrifying
letter?
bit.
So the letter isn't really hidden it's not like hidden, it's just out in the open. It's not even like put away, like
He just doesn't talk about
it's
it.
not even in the envelope itself. It's just kind of sit there. When you pick it up, it's just the letter's just there underneath the
Bad
envelope.
Cayenne. Shoo. You're not there.
Josh,
So yeah,
chill, dude. Go ahead.
so Foreign, what's the letter about? Seeing as you're a nosy bastard.
Well, I picked up the letter, I flipped it over, and as I looked at it, it bears a royal seal. It seems to be a general announcement or order to the smiths of the city of Carnell to, once finished doing the repair work necessary for the harvest to be completed, to shift their attention to forging weapons. As to what kind, I don't know. You
So
never really,
yes,
I never really found out.
no, because it's not.
It doesn't specify.
It doesn't actually specify like a specific type of weapon. It is basically a general order being passed down to everyone. It's like they clearly want to make sure the harvest is done first, for due to the most likely due to the time of the year, wanting to make sure like the food stocks and that are all getting in and everyone's like happy or whatever with that. But it is an order that all blacksmiths should then turn their focus to weaponry as much as possible.
Hmm. I wonder if this has to do with the guards being so overly zealous on the river.
Uh,
I mused this to myself after putting the letter down.
yep. And
Exactly as I found it.
and over your time here, you will get uh
Oh yeah, I get money.
you're only gonna get 3 gold pieces for the time that you spent here up to the date I'm going to at this point.
Hmm.
Um but it is due in part to being able to use the forge for your own means as well. So it's kind of like a 50-50 split. like
That's fine.
so, let's head over to
We've done Zoho, Terp, and Cayenne.
Technically, I'm last on the list, buddy.
Oh yeah.
yeah, we're gonna technically do due to rolling certain people at the end of the list. Oops, that's not the.
So real.
Yeah, we're gonna head over. No, not real. We're gonna go over to Cayenne, unless Cayenne's still eating.
No, they just messaged mute. That's it.
Okay, we'll do real first and give you a bit more time. So, real on her journeys, as per last session, is so like she started off by effectively trying to buy a horse from some random person that doesn't own said horse. Um, they really didn't know what was going on. and she spoke with She found the farmer who's mainly in charge of like getting people sorted and whatnot, and just judging her on his morals and whatnot, he sets her to work on the field, pretty much just baling hay mainly. Depending on the job, occasionally he will change what she's doing, but at no point will he put a scythe in her hand.
Mm.
During the he also got a bit of a fright by Kaite when they first arrived. But doesn't really see her too much as a danger considering her size. Just a bit freaky because he doesn't know what the fuck she is. And he's never seen something like that before. But Rill mainly spends her time on the farm, quite happily working to increase her hoard. Because she only has a small one.
Real has small hoard.
Yes. It has a small hoard. So she's trying to make it bigger. There's a couple of days where she spends most of the time just kind of extra bedtime because the weather goes cold and crap. Which also means that there's no work at the farms because if it gets too bad, they have to like put it off for a day or so. Which is why they try to get it all done by the end of this month, kind of deal. The weather start turning. But for the most part, Rill is quite content just working on the farm to gain a larger hoard. During this time, though, Kaite gets a little bored, so to say, and being an independent while Rill's working on the field, occasionally will just disappear for a wander. This doesn't really like put Rill off or anything. It's kind of just a normal Kaite thing. She'll be within the vicinity somewhere and whatnot. And near the is it about a week on? 1, 2. Yeah, about a week after you start, it's like Rill is approached by the guy running the farm as he's paying people out, as he does so per day, because he doesn't know when they're coming back. So on the way leaving, he spends a good majority of the time trying to beg Rill to sell Kaite. He has gone from being a little sketchy of Kaite to wanting to purchase Kaite. Rill
Oh,
will
dear.
not have this. Rill will never depart with the beloved. And no matter how hard he tries, and no matter what he offers, she will not part with him. However, during this conversation, she does learn what Kaite's been up to. Kaite, in her little excursions upon herself, has been honing her skills at hunting.
Oh.
And she has been putting the farm cats to shame.
She be killing rats.
She's been killing mice, mainly rats, but any little small furry thing she can get her hands on. Turns out farms at harvest time kind of attract the buggers.
So Kaite is a really good mouser.
So Kaite has been quite happily feeling herself and enjoying the time she has. And within the local farming community, Kaite now has a title.
Mm.
Kaite, none of them knowing what the hell she is, what creature or whatever it is, as they keep finding her in random places chowing down on rodents. And so she has now been named the Rat Slayer.
Ah!
Hey,
Wait a
just the
second,
Rat Slayer!
Don't titles in D&D do something for you?
No,
Like,
this
it
is
gives you
just
advantage.
local farmers
Okay.
have titled her. They don't know what she is. They don't know what type of animal. She's clearly not a cat. She's clearly doing better than all the cats that they all let wander the farm and stuff.
The cats are just napping.
Yeah, the cats are basically just sleeping in the barn and shit. It's like, fuck the rats. There's loads of them. I'm not sorting that shit out. Let that thing do it. Thing seems to be.
Like, it would
But
be
amongst the locals, she is now known as the Rat Slayer.
it would be interesting if, with the local Tyrell Rat Slayer, Kaite would have advantage in attack rolls against rodents. That'd be interesting.
That's what I
Doesn't
meant by
work like that.
title, but it
Doesn't work like that.
This is not like an
Aw.
official title.
No, this is a bunch of commoners coming up with a nickname, effectively.
Yeah.
And even though he refuses, she refuses to sell Kaite for obvious reasons. The farmer still insists that she come back like next year and whenever possible,
Like,
as to
please.
keep the population of rodents down.
I'm back.
Hello there.
Please say you'll come back for next year's harvest.
Bring your thing. Bring the Rat Slayer. And hello, Cayenne.
Hello there.
Hello there.
So, Cayenne's been doing a bit of a mix-up over the course of the last week.
You can't keep her
Starts-
down.
I'm the DM. I'll keep her down when I need
A
to.
persuasion, a performance, another persuasion, and an investigation.
So, Cayenne is doing a bit of multitasking.
Yes.
Cayenne's main focus has been to work for Anne and her bakery.
Yep.
She starts by spending the first evening sitting there diligently reading the recipe books and whatnot that will be needed.
Unbeknownst to Anna, on her roof. I'm joking. It's probably back at the guild.
Don't do things I would do. Yeah, but she spends a lot of effort spending the first day effectively pretty much successfully memorizing all the recipes that it's only a short list, but like the amount of like slight tweaks that could easily throw you off would get most people. Turns out you have a pretty good memory when you're focusing on things.
Yeah, it technically helps that she's just equating it to alchemy because that's what one of her mothers is, an alchemist.
So each early morning, Cayenne heads down to the bakery, spends a lot of time in front of the ovens preparing the different foods ready for the day. And then, due to the only needing to be there to help get it cooked and whatnot, she gets the afternoons off. This is a win-win for when you have a list of things you want to do.
Yes, it is.
So, during the afternoons, Cayenne goes on a few errands and a few things for themselves.
Yes.
So, the first one we'll start with is Cayenne goes to try and find the moonstone that was taken from you. For it was taken to effectively some office to be appraised by some person that probably isn't even skilled in the ability to do so, who knows, to see whether it is a danger or not. And if it is deemed unlucky for you, it is not deemed dangerous. There is a short bit of word saying that you are lucky, in that whatever it was seems to be no longer active. And as so, it just seems to be a valuable piece of rock to them, so they will allow you to take it back. However, they won't give you any more information on it if you were to ask.
Don't worry, I have a spell for that, which I could literally do later that night.
So unfortunately, trying to pry information out of them is kind of met with a stubborn. We can't tell you that.
Yeah, and then she does inquire about a bit more about where she came from because she hasn't been there in years. They know nothing.
Which they don't know about because it is not within their jurisdiction, effectively.
Their jurisdiction is only within Carnell.
Oh,
They could hear news. That's about it.
yes, but it's a bit far out of the way for them that unless something serious was to happen, then they wouldn't get back info and stuff.
Eh.
It's like going to the local police station and asking about a town like 10 towns over. It's like, what? We don't know. Got too much shit to do here.
Yep.
One of the second jobbies Cayenne tries to do is continue to search for a replica of Danny's bag. And in the process, I believe it was a loot.
Yep.
This means Cayenne spends quite a lot of time. Well, not only due to the bakery's location, but due to what she's looking for. Cayenne spends a fair amount of time down the market street, whereby Cayenne learns that the boats that sell stuff constantly change every day. You
But
never
she
know
are-
what you're gonna get.
Yep. She specifically learned that about the first time she was there.
Yep, and it became very blatantly obvious when every day you were there seemed to be a different bunch of boats with different stuff. However, you were successful in finding yourself a loot.
Sweet.
Yeah, I said that. Hence why I said it costs you so. There's so much. There's money in there.
Yeah.
So you're able to get yourself. It's a fairly expensive loot, but it's all down to like. Turns out there may be a few bards, but they don't buy new loots very often. Probably because most of them aren't adventurers. Don't go around whacking people with it and stuff.
Rude.
Um,
Cowards.
But it is a nice quality loot, and you're quite satisfied with it.
Is quality.
It's a bit easier to carry around than the Viol.
Yep.
And you also send, in reference to your hometown and stuff, you also head over to the mail house to send yourself some mail across. Which they're quite happy to do so as long as you know where it's going and whatnot. And they charge you a gold piece for it.
Yep.
Though this just seems to be a general, like, we charge you a gold piece if you want to send mail.
Yeah.
Turns out sending mail's expensive, but it could be to do with the fact that they're doing it with people on horses and things.
Yeah.
Old school mail. But you're able to give them like the address and stuff from and which town it is. And they send it off. And then from here, you also, in your search for the bag, you previously visited what is effectively a second-hand shop.
Yep.
Which you plan to return to hand over the mailing address so that he can contact you if he was to find such an item come into his collection, which he was quite happy to do so, as it means nice money for him if he's already got buyers lined up.
Yep.
And on your trip over there, as you go to open the door, it magically opens for you.
Sus.
And a sus figure, fully cloaked up, quickly walks out of the door, pays no attention to you, knocks you on the way past, and quickly disappears into the crowd.
Even more sus.
Yes, very sus. And as you continue on your way into the store, you catch the owner slightly off guard as he didn't realize someone was also coming in. due to no little second bell ring to his little door, as it didn't have chance to close. And he looks up, looks at you dead in the eyes, and quickly you see a slight feel of, oh shit. And he suddenly backs what appears to be his coin purse back away to focus his attention on you. He has he will quite happily take the mailing address from you now you have it.
Mhm.
He'll take note of your name.
Mhm.
He's a bit fidgety while doing this, but he's happy to do so. And kind of obviously that he hasn't had one turn up in the last couple of days.
That's the wrong one.
Oof.
So
This one.
Um, unfortunately, no bag like that is at the
Damn.
moment. But he does now know how to contact you.
Yep.
And he will quite happily part with your money if you so wish.
Yep.
He will try to currently sell you the Spock Standard backpack that he has got in stock, but I'm thinking no cigar on that one.
Nah.
You're only interested in the finer products.
I already bought a second backpack. I don't need a third. I'm sorry.
But who doesn't need a third backpack? You've got one for your food, one for your gear. You need a third one to carry loot in. Even though you can't physically carry 3 at a time, you still need that third backpack, don't you? Come on.
I'll think about it and talk to my friends. Just slowly slides out of the building as I'm using detect thoughts on the man, but not probing any deeper.
No, you just get the sense that he's a bit of a greedy fucker. It's like any opportunity to sell anything to anybody. Make a bit of cash.
That's definitely sus. Especially since someone was fleeing the building.
I wouldn't say fleeing, but clearly not wanting to hang around for too long.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So, and also during your times in the mornings on the bakeries, because this is only going to take you this only takes you the first couple of afternoons.
Yep.
Even if you just space it out and do one chore kind of thing a day, it still pays it out. You end up impressing Anna, working with her. She's highly impressed that you managed to memorize the recipes so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And she's also quite impressed with the fact that due to this, you're able to quite consistently make the products at with little to no losses. Because you can apparently read a recipe book. And for your time working there, she'll pay you 2 gold and 7 silver. And during the course of the week, she manages to basically, with your help, she manages to beat back the demand with these vouchers that she will quite happily have you come back if she needs more help. But for now, she reckons she can manage on her own again.
Okay.
If she's counted right, most of the vouchers are gone at this point.
Thank God.
Estimates. So she is very thankful for your help, very impressed, and thinks she's done very well, and thinks she may now actually have one up on that other fucker over around the corner there.
Around the corner, good. I just have to remember this street and then go looking for Penelope's pies.
Fucking Penelope and her pie. If you ever delve into Anne's mind, it is quite often just frustration and fuck Penelope in particular, putting me in this fucking mess. Right, which then brings us over to Otto.
What? I'm awake. Yep.
Otto. So we'll start with you. We'll change the scene just to mix it up a little bit.
Oh no.
It's a field.
So Otto, you spend the first like you spend your first couple of days working the fields. You're quite happily at home. You feel quite at place here. It's kind of starting to. It's not as naturey as you like used to, but it's out enough of the city that you start feeling like relaxed and shit.
Sorry.
You notice the difference between being out in like out from the main town where it's just hustle and bustle at this point to
Start hearing rumors of a legendary rat slayer.
yeah, you attempt to become friends with some of the workers and stuff there, but they all kind of like they all give you a bit of a weird look and start.
You big,
they
you
think,
different, shun.
yeah, and you've got really weird taste in humor and stuff. They're kind of like, this guy's a bit of a weirdo, and we don't plan on being here after the harvest.
Oh no, dad jokes, run away.
So they're not mean to you. They do sort of like just respond in kind to like your efforts, but they don't really show any interest in like, hey, you want to go to the pub later? It's like not you none of that kind of stuff. They they accept that you're there and that you have terrible jokes and you're a bit weird, but no thanks. So you spend like you spend the next couple of days and then you get to you're kind of like not bothered by the rain and stuff so much. So the day that it does rain, you still like go head over to the farm fields. It's all like to harvest, and it's all like, and they're like, "Why are you here?" It's like we can't rain. Can't rain.
Can't work.
That was a sentence. We can't work, but they explain that they can't harvest when the rain's this bad, as it is proper heavy downpour. It's making it makes it very hard work and also sets you up for shit going wrong if you. It's not harvesting in heavy rain is
The funnest
not a
thing.
good thing, and they basically tell you to sort of like give it like today and tomorrow as long as the weather. As long as the weather clears up tomorrow, you should be able to come back the day after that to continue working. So you take the 2 days due to the rain, effectively to head over to the stables to hand over the mailing address to the that was it, yeah, to the guy there because
Mhm.
you asked you asked him to hand it over. He hasn't had a reply from anybody at that point in time when you come there that day. Um, and then the following day you kind of like just head over to the mail house just to like check. You know, you're a bit keen, and you got nothing better to do. Everyone with this with this heavy rain, a lot of like people don't tend to go out shopping and stuff. It's like only if they need to
Mhm.
and whatnot. But you still head over to the mail house just to see if you got lucky. The day after, you do actually you do have a response on the second day. The second, however, in your response, I believe I sent you the response.
No, you never sent it to me.
I did. I'm sure I did. Did I?
I definitely would have remembered.
Yeah, I did send you. It's the last little paragraphy bit. If we can call this a paragraph.
Oh, okay. During the first rains of Psykene.
Yes. So there is a message. Uh, he he's not much of a business person. Yeah, but he does. He states that during if you were to visit his place during the first rains of the next month, Psyche, then he'll be around to talk with you properly. So you kind of like check, like you kind of remind yourself of like where you're at date wise, and you got 3 more days until the in the month, and you think to yourself, well, you did want to go and try and go out there and find yourself a giant spider like the one in the cave from before. Be interesting to study one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Could be useful.
Could be.
And you think it's like, I've got a few days. Maybe I can find one in the woodland just north of town. That would be a good place to start. It's not anywhere too far away. So you effectively just sort of like pop back to the guild. You leave them like you let Gunfall know that you're gonna head out for a few days to try and find a spider. He's like, "Oh, sounds like a mini adventure." He has no qualms with this.
That's if I had spoon.
You also probably let people know that are there at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Rill's awake, for example. She
Be-
probably isn't at this point.
Because
She could be.
I'm a responsible, if not immature, adult that tells people where I'm going. Yes.
But yeah, you basically just like give them. It's like, hey, I'm going to head to the woods for a few days. I'll come back at the. I'll be back next month. And you kind of like sort you out some like you sort yourself some like rations, and you basically just make your backpack and stuff of a couple of things that you think you'll need, and you head off into the woodland. And this is where your rolls went shit.
Yep.
And we change what we're doing today.
Yeah, for the record,
No.
folks, right before the stream, I was rolling some of the stuff, and yeah, things went south really quickly.
That went south so fast.
So you head off to the woodland to the north of town. You head out of the north gate, past the net like guards and whatnot. They don't really have much of a problem with people leaving, but they're clearly doing the same like searches and stuff on the people coming back in. But you head across the follow the road northward, past the area that was like, as I believe I described in the past, it's kind of like a bit of a mismatch. You can see like all the stumps here and there where it was being cut down for the town and everything. And you head for the tree line. And you effectively spend this second rainy day slowly walking what you think is northward straight into this tree line.
I just realized I got lost because we went there by boat, and I'm trying to get there on foot.
Well, your thought process is, well, I'll head into the woodland here. It's not far away. I might be able to find one of these guys nearby. I don't have to go all the way back to where we were before. And you head into the woodland.
Oh, jeez.
And you basically spend your first day with the weather being shit, just nice, steady, slow pace to get it kind of going as deep as you can, because you're like, most of the critters are probably staying away from the edges because that's what people are. People they don't like people. So you go as deep as you can into the woodland, and when it starts to get dark, you set up a tent or whatever you brought with you, and it's like sit down, have some rations, and turn in for the night. Coming up with a bit of a plan or an idea of how to maybe track one of these guys down. You're like, well, if I go into the, you thinking to yourself, well, Spiders tend to like dark places, so I should like go as deep into the woodland as possible, where the tree covers most, keeps most of the sunlight out. If I get lucky, maybe you can find a cave or something, or like previously that they could be hiding in.
I need to go to a place with no light at all, because that'll increase the spawn rate. I mean, what?
Just general like common thoughts to what you know of normal spiders liking to hide out in corners and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
but just magnifying it. And you spend your second day going deeper and deeper into the woods, keeping an eye out for keeping your eyes open for any signs of well, spiders that size had really, really impressive webbing. So it shouldn't be too hard to find out where they are if you can find the webbing.
Mm-hmm.
And you come across some appears to be like a game trail, quite commonly moved. Spiders are predators, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they'll be along this game trail. So you start following the game trail.
Oh no.
As you're walking along, after a while, you start thinking to yourself, haven't really made a note of where I've been. I know I need to follow the game trail back that way, but oh no. I'm not sure how far I've gone.
I was so interested
But
in the destination, I didn't pay attention to the journey.
oh well, I should be fine. I've been heading north-ish,
I think.
I think. Yep. And you continue on your way. On your travels, however, you find yourself you notice yourself like something off to the side. It's not a spider. You notice a bear.
Oh no, a bear. Is it a dire bear or a bear bear?
No, it's a bear bear.
Okay.
However, it looks like this bear is setting up it appears that this bear seems to be setting up some kind of marking of territory, so to speak. As it's preparing for its hibernation, it's going around making sure it rubs off all the trees and whatnot, like to say this is my place, keep out
Oh
while I go to
no.
bed.
Oh no, grumpy bear.
And it looks up at you, sees you kind of past a couple of trees, and you kind of oh my. Lucky for you, however, being a druid and one with creatures, you kind of do you have your talk with animals and stuff? I believe you had to talk.
I
Also,
do. I have
yeah,
that, yeah. Like I
that is
said, if I failed that, I could just do
you take advantage of your druid prowesses in magic and dealing with creatures to effectively convey that. Okay, I understand. This is your place. I'll leave you be. I'll head this way. Keep an eye on the bears. Check that it's not grumpy with you, and it's quite happy to leave you alone.
because yeah, I'm
You
not
don't.
trying to invade.
It doesn't chase you down or anything like that. It's like you seem. It's like you effectively communicate to one another. Yep, I get it. I'll go this way. I'll leave you be. And the bear's like, yeah, you'll leave me be.
I'm just thinking of the end of
You get out of here.
just thinking of the end of the Fantastic Mr. Fox, where he's just like shouting to the wolf. And he throws up his fist. And the wolf throws up his fist as well. And we just walk our separate ways.
And you go separate ways. At which point, you continue for the rest of the day. And you go as deep as you can until you can't go at it until it starts getting dark again. And you repeat the steps you had on the first day. It's like, this time it's a bit on your mind. It's like, I should probably be a bit more wary of where I'm going. I don't really want to run into that bear again, and haven't really had any luck finding what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So you settle down for the night, you camp up, and the following morning, it's like, when you're awake, you're like, not really having much luck here. Maybe it'll be best to do this another time when I'm not on a time limit. I've only got like a day left to get back. Shouldn't be too hard. I'll just head south.
No.
So you start heading south.
You think?
You think you're heading south. No, you are heading south.
Oh, okay.
Although you come across a problem.
Hmm.
This isn't the only bear in this woods.
Oh no.
You get a bit of a feeling of deja vu. But this is a black bear. But it's a bigger black bear.
I'm
Bigger
not
than the other
worried.
bear.
Black bears aren't as aggressive as like grizzlies. They run away more often.
Yes, but it's a bit odd. This one's bigger than the grizzly that you just met.
Oh no.
This black bear seems to be doing a similar thing to the grizzly. It's going around, throwing its weight around a bit. You see it like cracking some bushes, and you kind of like, before you even make eye contact, you kind of like huddle down. It's like, this isn't a very good place to be. I should probably go this direction instead. It's simpler to avoid the conflict and not disturb them, as they're clearly trying to set themselves up.
Yeah, I don't want to fight him. He's not a threat to me, and I have no use for his meat, stuff like that.
Yeah. So you start heading away from this bear. And you need to go on for a bit until you come across what appears to be you stumble across effectively like a slope, and you're like looking at it going, I don't remember coming across such a steep slope before.
Oh wait,
I certainly didn't.
Oh wait, wasn't I supposed to go south? Oh no.
And you kind of like take a look at, you kind of like stand at the top of this steep slope, and you can see there's a considerable difference in elevation and whatnot. And you'll kind of like look off to the one side and like which way the ridge kind of goes, and you're like, and you look the other way. It's like, you have the choice. You can effectively try to climb down, or you can go around. Which one would you like to do?
Climb down or go around?
Well, yes. You can technically attempt to climb down. Well, technically, you can turn into an animal and easily climb down.
Yeah.
It's like, would you like to go around? Would you like to try to circumvent or just go in a straight line?
I'm gonna
You're
go.
pretty sure you're heading south still.
Yeah.
You just don't remember coming across this bit.
I'm gonna go around.
Okay, so you change direction again. It's quite a long. It's quite a long ledge. It's like the edge of a hill line. it's got a nice view down into like the foresty bit below. At certain points, you can kind of like break the tree line below you. You can see over the top of the tree line. See that today's nice weather, and you're like, still pretty sure you're going south. And you keep kind of like pottering around until you find the like until it finally levels out enough that it's like you can easily like walk down. And you're like, okay, so I can double back down the bottom of the slope back to where I was, or I could maybe I could just go south from here. And you keep going south. So you think. Until it gets dark. And you're like, I should set up camp. And you pitch up your tent. And you set up camp for the night. It's nice, peaceful, like forest, just listening to like the insects and stuff around. And the following morning, you get set off, heading south. And you effectively just spend the day wandering in the woods, and you get about halfway through the day, and you're like, I don't recall traveling this far.
Mm-hmm.
Only came in for like a day or two. I should be getting to the edge of the forest by now. And you take a moment, and you kind of like find yourself a bit of a clearing where you can see the sky and stuff, and you're like, oh, I think I'm a bit off course.
Yeah.
That's I should adjust.
Yep. Time to course correct.
I should adjust. And you readjust to what you think is now the new self, and you continue walking. You have a couple of encounters with random wildlife, but it's like a lot of it just kind of like sees you and goes, shit, person, and scurries off. Yeah, but it's not too eventful, and you're not overly panicked. You're at home here. You're in the
Mm-hmm.
You're back in your roots where you just wander around the forest or whatever all day enjoying your time. But it starts getting dark again. Oh my, I must have gone off course further than I thought. Though it's probably best I set up camp. Because you're only going to get lost even more in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
So you set up camp again, which I think is like the 4th night now.
Yep.
And you head to bed. And you wake up nice, bright. Well, it seems early. It's when the sun's coming up, but this time of year, it's starting to come up a bit late. And you sort of like you made note when you went to bed, like if I set a little campfire here in the tent here, that way I know when I get up where the campfire is. That's like I can pack up my tent, and that's the way I gotta go. That's south. That's definitely south. And you keep heading south. Meanwhile, back at the guild.
Goodness.
Okay, so are we all back at the guild now?
So now we get back to everyone else. Everyone else.
Okay.
You are now so this is where you hit 1 night, 2 night, 3 night, 1 night. Right. So
What day is it?
it is the 1st of Psyche.
Psych. I heard
It's the
psych.
1st of Psyche.
Okay.
Psychine.
So this is effectively when you guys notice Otto has not returned. So you guys go to you go to your jobs and stuff you had agreed on, because you're still just technically you're still ongoing with that. This is like the end of the week that I've got up to, and you go about your day and whatnot, and you do like you work at the blacksmith, and Rill goes off to the farm for a bit, comes back, and later in the evening you're all like come back, and you're all like sitting in the guild, having yet another great meal made by your
Provided.
friendly 7-foot dwarf.
7 feet. Zoho just glances over at Thorin and go, "Do dwarves even get as tall as Thoric?"
You could always ask him.
I-
I
I'm
have
gonna.
yet
You go first.
I have yet to see any other dwarf back at home have such height. Then again, I haven't met every clan.
Hmm.
I'm gonna,
Maybe.
I'm gonna go also with no. There are a few dwarves from my hometown. They were all normal sized.
Uh,
You could perhaps ask him. He might give you an answer.
that
Or a
reminds
story.
me. That reminds me, Thorin. How's the work on the rapier coming?
I go into the room that I sleep in at the guild and come back with the rapier. Here. Test it.
Oh. Hmm.
I flip it in my hands, hold it so that the handle is pointing towards Zoho. Try it.
Zoho curiously takes the blade.
Uh-oh.
The handguard is formed in sort of like a conal form so that
It fits
fully-
your hand perfectly.
it fully covers the hand, so there's no possible way of it getting chopped off.
Hmm.
From the front. The blade, while pale looking due to the material it was forged from, gives it off sort of a wooden look, yet at the same time is stronger than wood. And
I
as he
gesture. Take a few stabs. Just don't poke anything or put any holes in the wall.
Zoho walks over to an empty part where there's nothing in the way and just does a few stab, stab, stab. And he keeps this up and does a few
Sorry.
flourishes.
I chuckle as I watch him get carried away.
Gunfolk would like to remind you not to break things in the guild.
I look at
Before-
Gunthorpe. How is our dwarfen friend so tall? It's abnormal for a dwarf to be 7 feet tall.
He takes about a brief moment. Everyone's told to me.
He's a gnome.
I
It's normal.
bow down and apologize to Gunthorpe.
Hmm.
And then I explain what I mean. I'm the average height of most dwarves. While Thoric is, shall we say, more than twice the size of an almost any dwarf that I've come across.
Is that so?
Yes.
Maybe he just eats well. Very good at cooking.
I've noticed.
It's both Zoho remarked. It's possible it may be part of his diet or a result of. He finishes and he just looks at it. Acacia.
Wait, what?
I am just as confused as you are.
Kirk, blah.
I wish to give this rapier a name. Acacia.
I hold out my hand. Here, I can carve the runes into the guard.
For context, acacia, from the name of a type of tree, ultimately derived from the Greek ake, meaning thorn or point.
It's okay. I'm just picturing orange Minecraft trees.
Of course you are.
Same here.
But yeah, pointy.
I
Oh,
carve
okay,
the
okay.
runes into the hilt or of the sword, and then I hand it back to Zoho. It is yours now, as I have finished it. Take good care of it.
We should probably go see the smithy and see if he'll make a scabbard for it.
No, it's already finished.
Oh, it's already finished. It already has a scabbard.
Oh no, wait, you want a scarabard as well? Oh no, that's a
Scabbard.
different
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Just appearance's sake.
I've got a belt loop.
It's not the
Belt
same.
loop is improvised.
I raise an eyebrow as Zoho says that.
What?
Ah. I
Breathe.
While he's recovering,
no, I'm gonna finish.
damn it.
Have you seen Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs?
Off topic.
Okay, off topic, but still on topic. Mouse,
What?
have you seen with Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs?
I vaguely remember that movie.
You remember the scene where he asks the main character's father asks him a question, and both eyebrows go up dramatically.
Yeah.
This is what Thorin is doing to Zoho.
Jeez.
What?
Like the
I
entire.
feel like I shouldn't have to explain myself, my dear monk. I can make the scabbard for the sword. We don't need to go to the smithy.
Oh,
What is wrong
my
with you?
my apologies. I didn't mean to offend.
You offended anyway. Get ready for the ballista bomb.
I cross my arms and one of my left foot is tapping the floor.
Oh no, he's
Well,
silent.
one eyebrow is raised.
I am truly sorry, Thorin. I didn't mean it, anything bad by it. If you
I
wish to make the scabbard, you're free to do so.
I waggle a finger under Zoho's nose. A dwarf made this blade, and a dwarf will make its scabbard.
Then Zoho sneezes.
Zoho just leans back, and just eyebrows raised. And he's staring at the finger, then stares at Thorin. Okay.
Oh no, God.
I hold my hand out for Acacia. I'm gonna laugh for the first little while.
Zoho just
I
hands
do
it back.
apologize.
Just hands him the rapier.
I trundle off to my room and put it away and come back out with the appropriate tools and material to start working. If I have anything on hand.
Wait, Kyan casting identify. What? What is Kyan identifying?
Fucking stone.
Oh.
I sit across from Cayenne while Cayenne is doing this and begin working on the scabbard for Acacia.
Name does not fit.
Don't laugh. Don't say
Zoho
anything to
goes
me.
to-
I'm not the one who named it.
Zoho goes to sit down, then notices. Has anyone seen Otto?
There we go.
Shouldn't he have returned back to the guild by now?
I briefly look up and look around. I haven't seen him, but perhaps you could check the garden. He may be busy tending to the herbs that he brought back from our trip to the forest.
Good idea. I'll go check. And Zoho goes to check the gardens.
You go to each of the gardens. There is no sign of Otto.
Zoho comes back. He's not in the gardens.
I look up once again in the middle of it's like measuring the leather to make the scabbard. Hmm.
Did he say he was going to the woods?
The woods. Why would he go to the woods?
I don't know.
He is a druid. He probably went to study some animal for one of his many transformations he seems to have.
And
you
then
are
Zoho
ro-
remembers something. Wait a minute. He did during our excursion with Danny. He failed in getting a spider form. It's possible he went to the woods to find one. And if he hasn't come back,
Hmm.
Zoho trails off.
I will allow it apart from the he failed to get form. Didn't really try to get that one. And I'm not sure you personally know. I don't think it's told you exactly how druid stuff works.
Yeah.
Well, considering we
did,
sat there and watched
yeah,
him
I
watch a
didn't
boar.
help. I didn't help combat. And I observed.
Yeah.
I literally just sat there and looked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
I
it
mean-
makes the assumption makes sense. I'm just saying, like the
Well-
assumption that he's gone to find something to
Observe.
figure out.
Something to observe.
Word of warning.
mean, we
lights
did
are
watch it.
flickering a bit.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
It's fine. I'm not having anything.
You're not having anything, Turpis.
We're across
Stop it.
across a major street from each other. Stuff that happens to me may not necessarily happen to you.
Yeah,
Fair
it could be
enough.
on a
Maybe
different
on different
power
power
line.
lines.
We are.
Anyway, while you're still here, yes, he did mention that he should have been back by now.
Hmm.
Zoho gets up, starts heading towards the door. I'm gonna
I
go
sigh
find
and grumble. Hold.
him. Zoho stops.
I get up. Let me at least put everything away. I trundle off back to my room with everything and then come back. And then I look at Zoho. We should be careful this time, given the number of guards that we saw when we came into town and the trouble. It may not be so easy to go follow Otto at this time.
Yeah. Actually, that's something I wanted to mention to everyone. While I was recovering from my work in the smithy and just getting my bearings around Carnell, I noticed there seems to be a increase in the guard presence here in the city. And yet nothing big is happening.
One of my eyebrows raises questioningly. As I recall, there was a letter at the forge when the day after you took your break.
Oh?
I had a royal seal on it, declaring that once the harvest was finished, that all smiths were to turn their attention to making weapons.
To make weapons?
Mm-hmm.
You think they're preparing for something?
A war, or perhaps maybe we stirred something up during the carnival.
Couldn't have.
Fuck
Nothing.
would the carnival do against a bunch of guards?
I shook
All
my
we-
head. It's not what the carnival did.
Hmm?
What did dear Otto see when we were at the carnival?
Yes, like I said, what was I'm assuming it from just basic knowledge is what would like a few undead do against what, like 10 times the like Zoha how many guards did you see? Like 2 times, 3 times, 7 times? The amount of guards?
Zoho ponders this. If I had to make a guess, I'd say there were around 3 to 4 times the regular amount of guards here in the city.
I look at Cayenne. Do you not remember what happened to us on the way to Carnell? She was there at the carnival. Otto saw her.
The blue-haired elf.
Hmm. And she was in that tent. Who is to say they didn't manipulate someone into doing something?
If they were after us, they would have gone after us already.
Hmm.
Cayenne does have a point. We all would have been arrested by now.
Yeah, and we haven't
On-
said anything other than people that are in the guild.
Who said
I
it
think
had
we're-
to do with us? They might have assumed it was someone else.
Even so, we don't have much information to make a formal conclusion at this point.
Especially,
Hmm.
especially considering it that Zoho was a squirrel.
You mean Otto?
Yeah, Otto, sorry. Zoho's not here.
Oh, it's right in front of you.
I'm focusing on casting Identify, damn it.
She can't really see anyone else.
And have you identified our lovely stone?
I don't know, God, have you told me anything, or is it just blank?
The stone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so the stone, it stores elemental energies.
Okay.
It is capable of storing a lot of elemental energy.
Okay.
Can you roll an arcane check?
Sure, I have a +5 to that.
Yeet the
That means
nuts.
nothing. You can still roll low.
12.
No. It's just give me an estimate of how much I'm going to give you right now.
Yeah.
Right. So what you know is that it is basically acting as a storage device for elemental energy that can then be discharged at a later date. You can't really pinpoint if there's like a specific way of charging it up and that. However, you do get the feeling it is able to. It is better at holding, based on your little encounter with Danny and the mini explanation and what happened. It probably is more capable of holding wind-based energy than other kinds.
Okay.
So it's basically a storage device.
For Zoho.
Not necessarily.
No, I'm just being
Well,
sarcastic.
so far, just going off of where we were and the fact that it was using
Thunderwave.
yeah, essentially this thing apparently does good storing elemental energy. I'm not sure how well certain spells will do, but considering where it was, it's got more to do with possibly wind energy. Maybe.
Wind energy.
Either that, I'm crazy, but this is going to do require further study, and I'm not letting this leave the building.
Next time you return, the guild has been exploded.
No.
No.
Just see Gunthorpe with the stone in his hand. He's like, I just wanted to look at it.
Why the fuck did you go through my room?
Technically his room. Anyway, That's a bit off topic and random.
Mhm.
Yes.
So yes, it is a elemental storage device. Also,
Hmm.
Otto appears to be missing, and he should have been back by now.
Okay. No, fuck it. Boop. Uh, Gunthorpe, did I say anything to you to which direction he went?
He just said he was going out to the woods.
Ah,
Said he'll be back by said he'll be back by now.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, you should probably go find him.
I'm going to a teddy bear picnic.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I knew it! I knew you would do that!
Sending.
Hey, Otto, there's a random voice in your head.
Remind me again, have I seen him use this, and do I know if that exists? Because I don't know if that's in my spell list, so I don't know if I can identify.
point. Is it in your spells?
What?
let's find out.
Sending. He's trying to send me a telepathic message, and I'm wondering how I'd react to it.
It's third level, isn't it?
Something like
Yeah, it's
that.
a third level.
Creature hears a message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender. If it knows you, it can answer in a like manner immediately.
Yeah, you'll know it was Cayenne, but you wouldn't know what, how specifically they're doing it.
Yeah.
Because you're
Yeah,
right,
you
it's
wouldn't
not on
know
your
how
list.
they're doing it. You
Okay.
just know it's Cayenne. It's
You
voice in your head.
recognize Cayenne's voice
Okay.
as Cayenne is currently making their message fit within the
Yeah, this is
25 word
this is an
limit.
answering machine, not actually him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Remember,
7,
and ahs also count as
9,
words.
10,
Oh
11,
gosh.
12, 13,
So you have to say it
14,
clearly and
15,
concisely, but keep it short.
God damn it. Okay,
You're at
so
16.
Yeah, the user might know, and I could
3,
reply to it,
6.
but keep in mind, I don't know the rules.
Oh boy.
No, you know the
3,
rules.
6,
so
Do I? I saw that coming.
Oh, Rickron!
9, 12. Yep, 15, 16. 17. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 18. Okay, so 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Two.
All you see is Cayenne focusing really freaking hard, not moving anywhere or anything.
There.
So Kai, am I able to respond?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not unconscious or anything like that.
No, it's late evening. You're probably setting up camp again because you still haven't made it back to. They've had their
Otto-
days at work, and they're currently discussing after dinner and whatnot. And they're like, "Hang on a minute, shouldn't Otto be back by now?"
Cayenne should say it. Say the message.
So I know about the spell, I don't know about the rules, and I know it's from him. Or
Except that I've stated the rules. Odd. Reply with 25 words or less. Where the fuck are you? Do you need help? Which direction did you go? This is a spell.
Clear and concise communication.
oh,
That's free.
I went north. I don't know where I am. I think I'm lost. I went back south. I'm not sure where I am. at this
And
moment.
out.
He's
You
lost
got
in the
to,
woods.
you got to basically, I'm not sure where I am.
He's lost in the woods.
Okay, let's go find him.
Ugh.
Are you
I
going
stick-
right now?
I stick my head at the door. What time is it?
It's past sundown. Wow. It's coming up to sundown.
Boy.
I'm going to state this now. And I'm pretty sure I will be fine going through the dark. I'm not sure you two will be.
Don't
Does me,
forget,
dwarf, help me at all
I'm
in
with
this.
you and no.
You have dark vision.
Oh wait, really?
Dwarves have dark vision.
Oh yeah, right, caves.
And Zoho does not.
And Zoho does not.
Don't forget.
I look at Cayenne.
I'm
I'll be
with you in
fine,
the dark.
but I don't think our monk friend will be.
I'd probably get more lost.
That's assuming you guys don't have dark vision as a spell.
Well, I don't
Well,
know that because
I'm just gonna point out, dark vision only really gives you 60 foot of good sight in the dark.
Exactly.
And
And if it decides to cloud over and rain or whatever, then you're just fucked anyway.
Yep.
Oh.
Unless you have this.
Because basically, dark vision makes the 60 feet around you one light level up. So if it's dim light, it's normal. If it's under a nice clear night sky, you will be able to see normally within 60 feet. If it's actual darkness, you will be able to see in shades of grey. All 50 of them.
Zoho ponders this, then looks to both Thorin and Kaya. All right then, you two head out now and see if you can find Otto. I'll head out first thing tomorrow morning and catch up with you guys.
What do I have on my
I'm just
spells?
going to state this now. I do have a spell for this, but we will need to stop somewhere in the forest and set up so that I can get stuff back and not have to deal with bullshit.
Spell.
You?
I look outside. Is there a dark alley? Like dark enough that you can't actually see down it?
You're in the guild, which is in the little
a
back
twilight.
square behind all the buildings, and the only thing here
Is
the outhouse itself and a little water well on the opposite corner.
Is it dark enough that we can't see spots of it?
You mean like actual complete darkness spots?
Yes.
Probably.
Well, I
not.
suppose if you go out the guild and go back into the outhouse as an outhouse, it will be pitch black in the outhouse itself.
Are you about to do a dimension door or something silly?
No. Okay. I just have a spell name that allows people to see.
You have dark vision on your spell list. It just gives them
Yes.
dark vision.
Yes, I'm trying to. Kayan's just trying to explain it. I basically can let you and I actually see in the darkness. It's just that I have a bit better sense of my surroundings by 10 feet.
I'm just gonna allow you and I to see the inside of this outhouse.
okay.
So we can either go now and then have to take an 8-hour break out in the woods, or we start in the morning. Where I can also message him again, just say, okay, do you see the sun? If it's on your left, because I'm pretty sure the sun still goes from east to west.
Yeah.
Is
Got?
this where I fuck you up and say you're in the southern hemisphere? No, you are still in the northern hemisphere.
There's hemispheres. Okay.
Sorry, it's not hemisphere, it's quadrosphere.
It's also doesn't actually make a difference for east to west. It just makes you guys second guess what's going on.
And it's like, there's 2 suns and like 3 moons. I'm just sassy. It's fine.
Oh God.
There's technically 2 suns if you consider the sun and the sun god that's separate.
That's fair.
So it's actually really up to you two, and if we can drag Rill along, but I think she's unconscious in the corner.
Or sleep. We can do this.
Real is
whenever.
doing real things.
Real is Herkbla because slip.
No, actually, let me just check the date again. No, Real is currently being held up by a farmer who's trying to buy Kaite.
Bad
Well,
timing.
do you wish
It
to do
is.
this?
It is this day. This is this day.
Bad timing.
I was asked a question. I did not hear it.
What?
I said, do you wish to try and find Otto now and take Cayenne's offer, or do you wish to wait?
I'd say the sooner we find Otto, the better.
Running, heading down the highway.
Now look at Cayenne, shall we?
Okay, I'm not doing it until it gets dark, if that requires it, though.
We can
Doesn't
at least
it ask
try.
like 8 hours?
Yeah, it lasts 8 hours, but it's also a case of by the time we probably get to the north gate or find out at least which gate he went through. Is there a north gate?
Yes, there is a north gate. There's east, west, and a north gate, and then the south side is docks.
Yeah, so we would head to the north gate and whenever it would get dark enough.
Right.
It's
Shall we?
probably
Well, then
where
again,
you
we also
are. It's probably about an hour to get to the wood line. Ish.
we also have torches.
Yes, you also have torches. But
Well,
basically,
let's-
the main thing is you want to venture out now.
Yeah.
Well, let's go then.
Okay, post haste. Mission to find lost Otto activate. The reward for this is finding Otto and enjoying his company and bad dad jokes again.
Okay.
I also get a napkin, get out my pants. I'll just gently write on it. In Draconic Rill went to go find Otto. He got lost in the woods. I don't know how I drew.
And then
It
post
gets
it on
lost in the
like,
woods.
We
and then
will
like
be
stick it on the
back
cupboard next to her
shortly.
bed.
The druid got lost in his natural environment.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't understand how a druid gets lost in the woods.
It's not his woods.
Yeah, it's not him. It's not
That's
my
not-
woods. That's why.
Right. So you guys like pack up the things you get, like kind of like Otto, just like some basic couple of rations and like your tent and whatnot.
Not expecting like huge combat or long nights or something stupid like that.
Well, they obviously go prepared in case something bad has happened, but
I replied that I was safe. I mean, that sounded safe.
yeah. Meanwhile, you're back going, I should set up camp again.
Yep.
So you guys head out. It's like you wander the quiet back streets and whatnot up to the gate. The guards and stuff are still here. They don't really question anyone leaving, but there currently doesn't seem to be anyone like coming back into town right now. But they're still there watching, and you follow the path northwards.
Actually, I stopped. Hey, do either of you remember, or like a furbolg walking through here, red hair,
About yay
Gr-
high.
green complexion, look like a forest nerd?
They just look at you a bit confused and go, "Are you sure you want to go out after having that much to drink, mate?"
Sure.
It's like, we can't stop you going out at the moment.
Of course. Just
Different set
continues
of
forward.
guards.
Yeah, just continues going forward. Dumbass mother. Just when we're out of earshot, dumbass motherfuckers.
Uh,
Oh, I heard that.
I said out of earshot. I said out of earshot.
This guy has really high. No. You head north out of town, following the road up as
Um,
far as it goes until and then
Yes,
head.
Zoho?
I actually had a question at a character. What can Acacia be classified as, a regular rapier or rapier
it
Yeah,
plus one?
it's just a normal rapier.
Normal rapier? Okay.
Yeah, the only
He didn't do
difference
that good yet.
the only difference between that and a regular rapier is it probably has
one.
a hollow in the center of it, which
Hmm.
would probably make it easier to bloodlet.
No, a rapier is a is a 3-edged blade.
My point remains, it was originally a proboscis made to drink blood, so there is a hollow in the center.
It still technically is. I get what you're saying, but it hasn't. As far as it hasn't done that, he's done what was requested and turned it into a blade.
Oh, okay, so he
And
must
by
have filled it.
blade, considering what it's made of and whatnot, it's best just to keep it for stabbing purposes.
Yeah.
So we turn it into a rapier.
Okay, fair
It's
enough.
You can still do your fancy parrying and stuff with it. It's just there's no edge on it. It's all pointy stick.
Mm-hmm. I just wanted
I
to.
can change that.
I just wanted to point out that it could probably bloodlet easily.
I'm just going to point out that
Pro-
the decision to make it a rapier without an edge was partly to do with the fact of what it's made of and not wanting to fuck it up.
Chittin.
Anyways,
Anyway, you head up the road and then head off into the woodland. This is where you're probably thinking it might be good to cast the dark vision spell if you're going to do it. 'Cause
Yep.
Once you get into the woods, you can't guarantee you're going to have like great vision and stuff in here.
Mm.
Well, myself and Zoho.
Okay, dokie. So you set
Okay.
yourselves. Soho, as the spell's cast on you, the world seems to become brighter again, as if the sun's come up just a little bit.
But also in grayscale.
I said the sun
Huh.
come up a little bit.
yeah, grayscale is when it's really hard to see.
Zoho
It's a clear
just,
night, and on the edge of the woods, it's like you're getting enough light to it's dim light. But once you go inside, it's gonna get dark real fast.
Zoho just circles around in place. Huh. So that's just what having dark vision is like.
I used it twice when we were in that forest.
Huh.
Or when we were on the way here the first time.
How long will it last?
8 hours.
Should be more than enough time to find Otto and get back to Carnell. Hopefully.
Mm.
Soho is the positive party member.
He likes to say positive.
He's the sun guardian.
Guardian of the sun.
Gonna do that for Farin because that's gonna correct things. So you head northward into the. You don't really. You try to spot, keep an eye out for any possibility that someone might have come this way, but you don't have much luck. But you effectively follow the only instructions you have north into the woods. Can I have a survival check from you three, please?
Survival check from everyone.
Oh no!
Everyone but Otto,
Yeah, I know.
because you guys are traveling as a group.
Yeah, they're looking for me, not the other way around.
Wow. Suck.
So skills.
Zoho sees dirt.
Survival.
Maybe trees.
Okay. Well, that's embarrassing. I got twice the score that Zoho did.
3 times.
Almost 3 times. 5 times 3.
Okay. You managed not to get lost. That's a good start.
Hmm.
And you head north into the woodlands, keeping as best eye out as you can for anything that's going on, like around you, or signs that someone might have like walked through here. However, during your time this night, you don't actually find Otto, and I'll do it this way.
Oh, darn.
I'll do it this way. Change it up slightly. And during your night, you kind of like head north, and you find this, come across this more open patch, and think to yourselves, well, rather than going through the whole night and getting exhausted, it will probably be a good time to set up camp.
Mhm.
Yep, probably.
If I do this,
Hmm.
because your tokens are here.
Yep.
So you guys like set up camp very late in the night, probably past. Well, you've got 8 hours of dark vision, so something probably like 1 in the morning, something like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And before your dark vision and stuff wears off, you're like, well, it's fairly clear here. It's a nice night.
Hmm.
Let's put the camp down here and have a proper look when sun's up.
Hmm.
So,
Do we have to do perception checks?
hang on a minute. Gonna grab you some tents.
That's a horse.
Yes, I know, because apparently it's default horse. No, that's a
That's a
cart.
cart.
Next one over. That's the tent.
I would have left if it was the fire.
You're going on minimum, so we'll. Kyan, did you bring a tent? Or are you just planning on sleeping in a bush? Because there
I
are
think
no
we-
bushes.
I think we only had 3 tents, and since I'm pretty sure Otto has one of them.
I'm pretty sure we all have a tent that we
Yeah.
can use.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just
Uh,
curious to how many tents I need to put down. Did everyone bring their own tent, or did you just come on minimum? Because you only need 2 to fit 3 people.
minimum.
One, me and Zoho can share a tent.
Yeah, so Zoho and Foreign are sharing a tent. Kyan, did you bring your own just in case?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would have.
Slap.
Place your tents
Bum, bum, bum,
wherever you want
bum.
on this map.
Ugh.
That's not in a tree.
That's not a tree. But here.
You said anywhere.
Bum,
Anywhere
bum,
on the
bum.
map, not in the trees.
It's too late. I already put it in the tree prior. So
If you want to sleep in a tree, you need to go purchase yourself a hammock.
Why is that? Ah!
It's still a tree.
Give me a second. I'm just going to send them to the back of the token so they're not covering people up. So you just set up tents just so you got some cover in that. It's a bit chilly, but you should be okay without a fire. Now, there is the slight problem there only being 3 of you. Can't cover all the watch shifts if you're going for a full 8 hours.
Hmm.
Damn it.
Dang it.
Who's doing this double watch?
So you gotta decide which bit of time don't do the watch.
well, I'll do first watch.
I'll do last watch.
Okay,
I'll
so
do
how you
second.
start with the middle. And then there
Yeah.
won't be anyone on the late one, which makes sense because that's when the sun's most likely going to be coming up, seeing as it's like it gives you the most time with the most cover. So, Cayenne, please make a perception.
And what are you talking about? I have this other watch just fine. yes,
You sure about that?
yes, I'm very sure.
He doesn't need
Okay.
sleep.
He needs.
And it's Zoho. I would like Zoho to make a perception.
Wait, do I need to make a second one since I'm doing 2 shifts?
I'm just doing it in order.
Okay.
And Foreign.
Hold on. Blech. I really need to like make something on the bottom for this.
Or, use your sheet like some people do.
Me.
Nah, it's because the token ones are also locked to the top of the screen.
Hmm.
You can't
Yeah.
move them for some reason.
23, 14, and 15.
Okay. So during the darkest hours, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. It's you feel a cool, well, not a cool, a cold breeze coming in
Hmm.
during the darkest hours, Cayenne.
Him, when you say darkest hour, all I'm thinking of is Transformers.
But nothing out of the ordinary. It's just getting a bit chilly.
If
Zoho, when you're
Yes.
awoken and are on your watch,
Mm-hmm.
you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary either.
Eh.
You kind of like every now and again you kind of get up and do some stretches and like jog on the spot a bit because it's like just sitting in like out in the open is now
Boring.
cold, no fire, no, but just get your blood pumping a bit because you're fine under the covers, but like just sitting, watching, not doing much,
Yeah.
it's chilly.
Yeah.
And
Darn.
foreign,
We.
you get up and you're like, oh, it's a bit chilly. You kind of like hunker down for your. You sit out just outside the tents to keep watch and drip.
Is it starting to rain?
It's starting to rain. It's very slow at first, and you just feel the occasional bloop on your, like on your head or whatnot.
Great.
And
Ugh.
it starts picking up. So you kind of like head back into the tent for some shelter.
I sit in the doorway of the tent and stare out.
Hey, Tub, can I have a high, low, good, please?
Low.
Oh.
No, you're fine. It's just rain.
Hmm.
It just starts raining, and it becomes more and more steady. And it's just kind of crap, really. It's cold, it's wet. Other than that, your watch is fine. I'm assuming you're going to attempt. It's like Cayenne's going to. Cayenne, did you mention to them that you can do another watch, or did you just?
no, I have not told
Okay.
them.
Hmm.
So time passes, and you start thinking to yourself, "Aaron, you should probably get the rest of your sleep so
Okay.
that you're not worn out." And with it being crap and stuff, you close the door to the tent, and you kind of like hunker down to get the rest of your night. Cayenne, staring at the ceiling of your tent, you just like hear the rain just constantly on the canvas.
Okay.
What are you doing? You didn't tell them you could get up for a second watch.
Well, I peeked my head. I would make sure. And I just do a watch, but it would have been, but the second watch would have been before Zohos.
Hmm.
You should have specified that sooner. Gone
I
out for
did!
an extra long. Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry. Well, now it's this way around.
God damn it.
But no, it's fine. It still works.
Yeah.
It makes sense to do it this way because otherwise people are like, "Are you sure you want to stay up later than that?"
They're not gonna know.
Yeah, good fit. I don't know.
They're not gonna
Anyway,
like I did that to
anyway,
Spoiler alert, I did this to you to them like the last day we were with Danny at the fucking gate.
yeah. I forgot. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Anyways,
Mm.
Anyway, there's a bunch of rain going on right now.
Oh no. Anyway.
So, Otto, you wake up early morning person you are. The sun's not quite up yet, but you know it will be soon. So you kind of like, they didn't give you instructions or anything to stay where you are. So you kind of like set yourself up for them and it's like, well, if I continue heading south, I will hopefully bump into them.
Yep.
Or maybe they'll send me, maybe Cayenne will send me another voice in my head
Something like that.
to update us on something. And you pack up your tent and you start heading off. In a southerly direction. Southerly? Southerly direction.
It's not like I'm
Southward.
expecting them to come find me or something, because they didn't really say that. They just said, "Where are you?"
Yeah. Need to look up. Looking for this. A sheet.
Hmm.
Okay. Right, so Cayenne, you doing the final watch and whatnot because we fucked
Mhm.
up.
Yep.
You're kind of like sitting, watching. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. And the sun kind of like starts to poke its head up, or at least the best it can underneath the rainy skies. And you kind of like go, probably best to get everyone up now to get the early start in.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Otto, you've already beaten this and you're already on the move.
Yep.
So you guys start packing up after being woken up by Cayenne. Well, here I am. And we're gonna do it this way. So, Otto,
Hmm.
as you're walking south, you see, you think you're getting to the, you think you might have got to the edge of the woodline. The trees seem to open up.
Okay. I'm still
Heading
heading in that
south, right?
direction, right?
Yeah. Do. Can't see it yet. But you can keep moving south.
I didn't mean to do that. When I grabbed something, it didn't.
You just drop it and then just...
That's not my problem right now. What is going on?
Oh, that's weird. Why is it like locked onto your character?
Right. When you pick it up, right click.
No, it's moving the whole map for him. It's weird.
Yeah, that's what happens.
I don't know why.
Or
Is that normal? Doesn't do it for me. Ever.
hang on, it's a key binding.
No, it's working now. It's working now. I right clicked.
Okay. So, as you break the cover of the tree line, you find yourself looking at. Hey, look! It's your friends. They seem to be packing up a camp.
Neat.
Hey,
Oh, hi guys.
guys! You notice as you're packing up camp, this strange fellow is walking into the clearing you're in.
A strange fellow, you say?
Oh, hi guys.
I cast Fireball at 9th level.
Ah, Otto, there you
You
are.
don't even have Fireball on your list.
I know I don't. It's a joke.
I counter
Where have you been?
I counter with absorb elements. Oh. So did you guys come out here all the way from me?
Yes.
Yeah, you didn't return by the usual time last night.
Yeah.
Well,
I
we
got a little
worried.
turned around. I was trying to avoid some bears. Lots of lot of dangerous wildlife out there.
Hmm. Did you find what you were looking for out here?
Sadly, no. I got lost.
Hmm.
I take it back home as that direction.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So I was only off by a couple of days.
It's also raining.
Yeah.
If worse came to worse, I was gonna set this tree on fire, but it's raining. That's not gonna work now.
Well,
Right.
we
You
found
want you
him.
want
Now we
things
can
to
head back
light.
to
You want things to
Grinnell.
light up.
No, basically, Cayenne was insinuating she was going to get this one tree to emit a lot of smoke, and then you send in to say, "Hey, do you see a giant tower of smoke? Go towards it." Hopefully, it's me.
Hopefully. Right. I agree with Thorin. Now that we've found Otto, I think it's time we head back to Carnell.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good thing that you didn't light it on fire.
Wait, what is that?
I turn my head to the left.
Why is there a Scrave?
Because it's currently my owlbear token.
Oh
as
no, we're
you're-
in Dauntless suddenly.
as, as you as you're reuniting and discussing in the early, what is the early like twilight as the sun's coming up, you're interrupted by a sudden screech off to the side,
Hmm.
and suddenly out of nowhere this creature comes flying out of the tree line. It is
What?
Scrave. It comes basically. It just sort of like
It-
runs and then just opens up its like wings.
Yeah.
To what is the only description, and just sort of like glides as best it can.
What?
It clearly
is
can't actually
that?
fly, but it gets momentum on it.
Oh, Scrave can fly actually.
No, this isn't a Scrave. This is an
It's an
owl.
Yeah, yeah,
Owlbear.
I get it. I understand. Yes.
I just think this is the token I used.
Cayenne
This is the one I had.
Yeah, that's like beta Scrave. Jeez.
You just hear this screech all of a sudden, and you look over as this thing's just all like this huge, looks like a bear covered in feathers, just like launches itself out of the woodland at you.
Wow!
And
You do, Otto.
I need Otto to roll a strength saving throw.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh boy. Oof.
Okay. So
He failed, didn't he?
Gosh.
yeah, he failed. So as you look up, there's just a sudden like, oh shit, and you as this thing just comes straight on, like oddly fast, and you just feel the full force of its body effectively like come along and smash into you as it pins you to the ground. You are currently uh restrained,
Okay.
and you take 16 damage
Oh my god.
as its claws just lock onto you, and its momentum just comes to a stop on top of you
Uh-oh.
in its claws,
Okay, there we go.
and you see it's like what the others now see isn't actually like full wings, but like just come down. It comes down onto all fours,
Mm-hmm.
and I need everyone to roll initiative.
How did I know it was not gonna be that easy?
Because we have a map.
I have a map and it's random encounter. What did you expect?
I am not surprised that my initiative is low.
I roll for initiative.
Wow, he beats me out by 1.
Low, higher, even
Highest.
higher.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Meanwhile,
Another-
Cayenne is staring at them like, that's an owlbear.
That just
A
reminds
what bear?
I don't know, some wizard fucked fucked with nature and made an owlbear.
I guess feeling this isn't gonna work because there's no
So
character.
You just hear me scream out underneath the stupid thing. Stupid fortification of nature! Ah!
This was not fortification. This is a monstrosity.
okay, so it has the strength of a bear and the flight capacity of an owl?
Eh,
Ugh.
just know what it is. It doesn't mean I know what it do.
Well, in any case, he takes out Acacia.
Okay, hang on.
We gotta help Otto.
Really? Now you want to break that out. Oh no.
What? What?
Please don't break it before I can finish it.
Oh.
Trial
What
by
is this?
fire, bitches!
Alright then. Samakaze it is. And he just takes out Samakaze that's strapped to his back.
Oh, that's why. I'm like, why is this not rolling? There it is. Oh, this should work. Is that what everyone?
That order's messed up, but yeah, that's everyone.
No, I haven't set the order yet. I'm fixing the fact that this thing didn't roll on it. It's not the correct order. It just
I could see that post, by the way. It says initiative 0.
yes, because I'm just trying to get it to add to the turn tracker.
Okay.
But it hasn't appeared yet. But everything seems to be laggy with Roll20 for some reason.
Wow, Otto got like the crappiest roll.
Wow, aren't we a slowpoke today?
Let's try again. Initiative 0. What?
I could use pants.
Come on, game. Add to turn tracker, please.
Yeah, I kind of bugged out for me a second as well. It wouldn't let me roll initiative right away. I clicked on my token while I was underneath yours, and it just like lagged out for a bit.
Yeah, everything's being real laggy right now in Roll20. I don't think it's no, it doesn't appear to be the internet. I'm gonna try reloading it.
Okay.
Give me a moment. Sometimes that helps. Because I did literally just drag on a blank character sheet just so I could get it to roll. Hey, it rolled something. Did it update your end?
Yep, 11.
Okay, now I can actually get the proper number in.
Mm.
No, that is the correct number. That was just fluky.
That's hilarious.
Ah.
Nope, not ascending. Descending, please. It just had its go.
So, Otto's
Otto.
turn.
God, I'm off.
You are currently restrained underneath this creature.
I'm guessing I can't transform like this.
I'm just going to check the rules for that one, because I don't think it's
I'm assuming since I don't have enough space to, I can't transform under his grip.
B0 disadvantage on attacks. It doesn't say you can't.
Ooh.
You also have the space surrounding you. It's not. Yeah. Okay. We'll do. What are you transforming into?
Oh, I'm just asking. I'm not necessarily transforming yet. What's my HP?
Yeah. There's nothing saying you can't.
Okay.
Like, if you were in a corridor that was too big, too small for the transformation, then I obviously would say no. But you're technically in a
We're in
open
open field.
space. You're just underneath this thing.
Alright, I'm gonna do two things, I guess. I'm going to do this, and it's going to be at spell level 3. Cool.
With great hit point recovery.
And that
Have a
counts as
total
a
six.
bonus action?
Yes, that's
Yes.
a bonus action.
Just saying.
Okay.
So
So what's your
you
main
can't
action?
you can't cast a actual spell with a level attached to it for a main action. But you
Oh.
can do any other normal action or a cantrip.
Oh, okay. So I was about to say I was going to
Spells are limited to like a cantrip and a level based spell in a turn.
okay, that's fine. I will Primal Savagery, I guess, while I'm down here.
So you'll have disadvantage on it because you're currently restrained underneath it.
Yep. My arm's pinned. I can't lift it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nat 1. Ouch.
And you can't move.
Yep.
So unfortunately, you're
like-
there, and we're.
I am having a bad week.
That's an understatement. You are like
Hmm.
continuously whiffing everything.
I have a actually I have a question regarding the Gus cantrip.
You can do it as an attack action because that's part of the special thing to do with the blade.
Yeah, I know, but is there like a limitation due to size, or can I just push anything 5 feet away?
Oh, like pushing him off
Stay
of
in the
me?
spell.
Oh, one medium or smaller creature that
That's
or
not.
smaller.
It's not medium. It's not medium.
It is large, so no, Gust is not strong enough.
Right. Okay.
I mean,
Then let's see.
you could just aim for his hand to loosen his grip on me.
Ooh, no,
Could I
not
do
a
that?
good idea.
If you want to aim for specific parts, go ahead. I pull it in the.
Is it
I
gonna be
did pull it in
disadvantage?
the original rule set I sent you. So like, try doing different things and whatnot, and see what happens.
Is it gonna be disadvantage if I aim for a specific part?
Depends on what you're trying to aim for.
The hand?
Describe what you're doing in the sense of like, I would like to slash at its like face or whatever, and
I would like
doesn't really have
to-
hands, but you mean claws?
Yeah, its talons. I would like to kick at its talons.
Kick at the talons. Right, I would say disadvantage just because of the risk to Otto
Oh,
being in them,
never mind. Okay,
but it's a risk reward thing.
Yeah.
I'm judging up here.
If you're successful, it'll probably loose me. But if you're high risk, high reward.
I don't know.
That would be a horrible.
Actually,
idea.
if I do this, this would be considered flanking.
Otto is technically under it.
Yeah.
Ah, rules.
I just left it there because Otto needs access to his token and stuff.
Yeah. Because
He is pinned underneath it.
while that token is technically round, its hitbox is probably square, which makes it hard for me to access my token.
I use one key for this.
Okay, so you need to make the weapon attack first, which is just a normal one,
All right.
and then you fuel it with key.
Yeah. So I attack with Zapakaze. Not much
So-
damage,
So you
It-
hit,
but I exit.
but you're
also
trying to stun it. So
Yeah.
Constitution save throw.
bonk.
Uh,
Just strike it outside the face.
you fail to stun it.
Ah. But as a
Unfortunately.
so follow up with the extra attack.
Yep, you're level 5 now. You can do another one with the same weapon.
Follow with a regular attack.
Nice.
Okie dokie.
Swing. And then so that's 2 key so far.
You can do one You can do one without spending key. The key just lets you do an additional
Eh.
one on top of it.
There,
So
2 hits. And 1's max damage.
Yay.
5, say 13. Okie dokie.
So in total 25 damage?
And as you slash at it multiple times, its head just does that creepy owl thing where it just rotates.
Just turns 180 degrees towards Zoho's like, I seem to have drawn his attention.
And it just like screeches really loudly in your face.
Yep, I've definitely drawn its attention.
Uh,
Trying to remember
You've
if
got
there
movement
was.
left.
Now I try to remember if there's anything else. Oh wait, could I do this? But or is it limited to 1 bonus action?
You're limited to 1 bonus action, so you can't do the unarmed
Okay,
strike
okay.
with that. That's instead of attacking, you spend your key to escape harm
Mm-hmm.
for hit and run tactics and whatnot.
But I can't do
so-
that.
Yes.
Agile parry. And I'm now down to 3 key
3
because I'm
key.
5th level.
Yeah, key is equal to level.
Yeah, okay.
Farin.
Yes, sir. Oh hell.
This thing is loud and angry.
We gotta get Otto out of its grip.
Obviously. Wow, this is kind of ironic. I am listening to Don't Fear the Reaper as I'm doing this.
Da-da-da-da.
Don't fear the
My
reaper.
life.
All right.
Okay. I am aiming for one of the hands with this. Please don't kill Otto.
Okay.
Oof.
You missed.
Disadvantage. So roll one more just to see if it went really fucking bad.
Oh no.
Oh.
Wait, this is a disadvantage?
Yeah, because you're
Yeah,
aiming
Because
for
you
for-
specified you're aiming to the hands, which are
Yeah.
technically underneath it and close
It
to
went
Otto.
better. With the
Slightly better.
disadvantage.
No, it still missed.
Ah.
This ray of fire just kind of like flies above. Like you just see like amongst the feathers and the whatnot that are over you. It's like you just see this ray of something break it for a split second, and Otto, you're just all like, ah.
And it hits a
Okay.
nearby
Is
tree.
this day getting worse?
Well, I do have something else I can do. I am throwing the mini me out with feet. Thank you. Just
It's
so I
always had
remember.
feet.
Yeah,
It's
but
all-
it says in the book to specify, and it has a 15-foot movement speed.
Oh yeah, because you can't actually move it. Yeah.
Something
gonna-
I totally forgot about. Oh jeez, way too big.
It's okay. There you go. Mini you. Put it where you want. Within whatever the range is. I think it's like 10 feet or
And
something.
Zoho just watches this turret somehow sprout legs.
It's like right beside my head.
And
I
Zoho's
appreciate
like,
it's like when it's put away.
Oh
it's
no!
like,
What have
it's-
you done?
I clicked on the wrong one.
No, I
Oops.
didn't. You didn't roll to hit for starters. It's like that's
Sorry.
damage.
Oh, thank
No,
goodness.
no, no, that was the wrong one. I misread my.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought he
things on the
critically
bottom.
failed a roll. While it was right
Wait,
beside
hold
me.
on.
Oh wait, hang on. Cannon protector.
I clicked
Oh.
on the wrong
That-
button. I had
Yeah,
the.
but is that the new thing? For
Uh,
level 5.
No, that was one of the 3 modes it has: flamethrower.
Hang on,
cannon
that looks
protector.
useful.
it is.
It is, but in this case, it's only temporary.
Yeah, but within 10 feet.
I'm in grapple.
You could
No, you're in
use
restraint.
Yeah, it's not gonna do much to help you, by the way.
Alright, whatever.
If you were like in front of it, it would give you a little protection. But given your current situation,
it won't do shit.
yeah.
Okay.
No, wow, that was bad. This is what I meant to
Josh,
click on.
Josh,
Get on with
Josh,
it.
Zoho's reaction. That thing has legs, Thorin.
Yes, Soho. It's always had legs.
Oh,
I'm
hey,
just-
it looks like that thing that I was trying to search
I
for.
always thought it was the stationary thing.
No.
Anyway.
There we go, Kai. I
Yeah,
fixed it.
it
Wrong
manages to.
It's like lands
Thump.
beside my head, tilts up, shoots it straight in the face. Jeez.
Boom!
Yep, that hits it.
Square in the face.
You still have movement.
For the turret or for him?
Yes.
Both.
Yes.
Well,
Hold
technically, I
on.
think just him. I don't. I think the summoning is part of the.
I need the
the
ruler.
initial
Where's
movement,
the
yeah.
ruler?
1 square is
Yeah.
5 feet.
Yeah, I know.
If you hold your token and with your left click and right click, it places markers down,
Okay.
like dragging. So you
There
don't
we
have to
go.
get the ruler every time.
I'm honestly curious how to do the like auto path thing.
And then over there. That's my
Yeah.
35 feet.
Yeah, okay, dokie. filthy mobile dwarf.
Now it's flanked.
Yes. Cayenne.
Faye?
Yeah, I'm here.
If you
You'll
move
go.
across from me, you're flanking it, and then you can really smack it.
Do I get
Fine.
flanking if I stand here?
No.
No?
Diagonally,
Technically, the
yeah.
rolls are the Otto, because of confusion. Otto is underneath it, so Otto can't count towards flanking at the moment.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
he
so-
originally had it underneath the bird, though.
Yeah, under the bird next to Zoho.
Yeah. Right there.
So I don't get it because it.
That should count. Technically, it's exactly across.
Technically.
Yeah, technically, then Zoho, but Zoho didn't. Yeah, if we do it opposites, that's technically correct.
Hmm.
So yes, you have flanking.
So advantage on attack.
Yeah, if we do it as actual opposites, like clocks.
Yay! Advantage.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh. Chomp.
I just grab it by the. I just grab it by the head. Do that.
Grab it by the head. You just grab a random bunch of feathers sticking out of its head.
Yep.
You just pull a Gengar.
And randomly just start freaking. Yep. Okay.
I just had a very uncomfortable thought.
You mean uncomfortable image?
Yeah.
Is that-
Okay.
Is that all you're doing?
No.
No, Cayenne.
Cayenne.
Cayenne's turn.
His turn, yeah.
Yeah, it's still Cayenne's turn.
Thinking about the fight makes me think of Wang Shitong from Avatar: Last Airbender,
Okay,
except
I'm just-
taken to
Okay,
like
okay.
I'm just quickly reading something.
yeah.
Okay, Dissonant Whispers. Is it voluntary or involuntary movement?
Click it.
Let's see.
Let's read it.
Oh wow.
Fish.
You can't do it. Oh wait, you have freaking sorcerer, so technically, yeah. Okay, I
Yes.
see where you're going.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
It would be forced movement, so it wouldn't trigger opportunity attacks.
Damn it. Okay.
Hmm.
If you're trying to make it move, I mean, it'll move away from me without grappling me, I think? Or maybe it'll take me with it. I don't know.
We don't know. They haven't done it yet.
I don't know. I'm not gonna take that chance. Yeah, it didn't have to make a save for the damage. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you actually casting it?
No, I'm casting Dragon's Breath at third because it's a bonus. Called I just have it currently. I can't use it because it's an action to use it.
Oh, so you're reading it like Solar Beam.
Yeah, essentially. That's how the
Okay.
spell usually works, anyways.
Yeah. Okay, so which type are you picking?
Cold.
Cold.
And who's
I'm getting it.
okay.
Wait,
15
does that
foot
mean I'm
cone.
getting
Okay.
hit?
You could
No,
be.
they're not.
No.
They're prepping it. They're not. They're not actually. It's not. They're not burping on you yet.
Should I be concerned?
For next turn, maybe.
All right. So Reaper's turn, because that's what it's named now.
Reaper?
It's all Josh's fault.
Reaper Bird!
Don't fear the Reaper.
So-
Potatoes in space.
I have moved on to a different song.
So it is going to use its advantage of weight against you, and it's going to effectively shoulder barge left and then right in its perspective.
I see.
So I'm gonna need everybody to make a strength save,
Including me?
Oh.
I swear.
except
if
for
I get-
Otto.
Okay.
You're underneath.
Is this considered an attack?
It is considered an
Is
attack.
this an attack on
It
me?
has
as well?
disadvantage.
Yeah, is this an attack on me as well, or
No, not on you.
has
On,
it?
on
It's
them.
shifting weight. I mean.
It's basically like lashing left and then right with its weight.
Yeah, I'm just figuring
Oh,
if
it's got
it's
you
if it's shifting
the-
weight, it might be pressing down on me with this.
All
hand.
right. All right.
Why is it disadvantaged, by the way, Cayenne?
I said if this is
They asked if it was advantage or
read
disadvantage.
read memory eater.
Oh, if it's an attack roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, okay, hang on.
Does this
Give me a
mean we
moment.
have to re-roll?
No, you don't have to re-roll. I just need to roll one more time to see what's going on.
Yeah, it's Memory Eater basically makes its next attack at disadvantage. So it's going to have to roll with disadvantage against your strength
On
saves.
the next attack. Yeah.
on this attack.
Yeah. On this attack. Yeah.
Why do I get the
Is
feeling
it just the
I'm
next attack
phone?
or over the next turn?
It's just the next attack. It'll be two.
Okay, so
it'll
it's
be-
just the first one then. Okay.
yeah.
Well, it's technically doing two separate attacks, one left and then one right.
So it would be disadvantage on the attack.
So it'll
on
be the
four.
one on the left, which, yeah, from its perspective is foreign.
Yeah.
Damn
So
it.
Foreign's AC is. Foreign, what's your AC?
16.
Okay, so it misses you due to disadvantage. And then the other one is normal, so it's
My AC is
this
19.
roll.
Is it
So-
sad that I have that memorized?
Cayenne doesn't have mage armor up yet because you were caught in the.
Reaction. No wait. No,
You
I
can't do
can't
it
use
as a
shield. Yeah. No. Never mind. Yeah.
You can do shield as a reaction if you want.
Well, I mean,
If
is
it's
that gonna?
prepped.
I mean, yeah, I have shield. Is that gonna help me at all? In this?
All I can say right now is it's a hit. I can't tell you what the number is because that's how
Okay.
shield technically works, and people do it wrong all the time.
Okay. Well, shield gives me 17. So.
Okay, you're all fine then.
Boing.
Yay!
Huzzah.
Because I think Zoho's is 17 up at this
Mine's
point in time.
19 with agile
Yeah.
parry.
Yeah, so it fails to shake like shove you guys around away. So, but it's still going to. It's still gonna do its original plan
Oh no.
Oh no!
and turn around and run this way.
I knew it!
And you used your reaction to shield. Zoho and Foreign get
I'm slapping
there.
it. I am slapping it as hard as I can.
Yep.
Do I
Slapping.
have advantage on this?
It was flanking.
No,
No?
no, because you hit it as it leaves your reach, so it would be.
I would have been
You
happy.
wouldn't
I would
trigger
have
the hit
used.
until after it's over here. So
Okay.
it breaks the advantage
Mm-hmm.
before the hit goes
And
Yeah, I would have had to stand here for that.
through. Oh, Foreign really doesn't want. Oh boy, is this a
crit.
Holy shit!
Single hand or
this-
two hand?
Yeah, are you doing this single-handed or two-handed?
Two-handed.
15
so that-
damage.
15 damage.
And Zoho whopped
You-
it.
Yeah, Zoho, you with it because you're not expecting it to just immediately run away with.
Wait, why is
Auto
it a
hit it.
2v with auto?
I don't know. Using him as dinner.
Let me go,
and-
you stupid feathery.
It gets worse for Otto because it's running, but he's got Otto grasped in its claws.
Ah!
Its claws are its feet, so he's
Ah!
basically. You
Stomp,
know how
stomp.
like great apes and stuff
Yeah,
walk on their
yeah.
knuckles? Otto's inside of its hand while it's doing this.
Just flop,
Otto, you take
flop, flop.
you take. You're going to take 5
Bludgeoning,
bludgeoning damages
yeah.
as the pressure of its feet are just like.
You
Just
son of
constantly
a
bludgeoning you
bitch!
as it starts to run.
After it!
All right, my turn then.
Yep, your turn.
Alright, that's it!
Otto, try and
Let me
break free.
I'm just gonna do this so you can get your token. Summon beast.
Wait, what?
Bestial spirit. If can people keep?
I know
Ah.
bears are nearby.
You call forth a bestial spirit. It manifests in an unoccupied space that you can see within range. The corporeal form uses bestial spirit stat block when you cast a spell. Oh god.
Choose an environment: air, land, or water.
Yeah, it has its
Crit-
own stat block.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I need to actually find that fucking thing.
I did show you
This
my
is
spell
the
list.
most awkward spell you could fucking pick.
I
right now.
can't
Actually,
get
no, there is-
loose! That's not fair!
No, technically there is a more awkward one, but you don't have that.
Creature resembles an animal of your choice, native to the chosen environment. Creature is an ally to you and your companions in combat. The creature shares your initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. It obeys your verbal commands, no action required by you. If you don't issue any, it takes the dodge action and uses its move to avoid danger.
Right, so this is its base level spell, right? Okay. Bestial spirit. It's a small beast.
You know what's really funny? Components: a feather, tuft of fur, and a fishtail inside a gilded corn with worth at least 200 GP.
Right, hang on.
I've got tons of feathers near me.
He just plucks one off the owlbear.
Oh, I know why.
I don't need one. I have a focus.
Uh,
Woo!
no. It's a small beast,
Oh, for freak's sake!
as per the spell states. It has
So
its
it's a-
own stat block, so it's just I'm just using this to represent it because it goes on the board.
It's a
so
fox.
Anywhere within 90 feet of you, you can put this. I just use this because it's a handy token. Top can move.
I'm gonna put him on the other side to stop his retreat.
So you're gonna stick a small beast in front of it.
Or
Bestial stat block. I've got that.
or
up on
close to
other
my
screen
arm,
now.
I guess. I don't know.
No, you can put it anywhere you want within 90 feet. I've got the stat block on my other screen now.
Make him let go.
Creature is an ally to you and your companions in combat. The creature shares your initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. It obeys your verbal commands. Okay, so you command. Basically, you do your turn and then you tell it what to do.
Mm-hmm. And that, well, I mean, technically that was my turn. I can't do, I can't cast anything else. Wait. I can't transform, can I?
I didn't say no.
Okay.
He didn't say no.
Yeah, I guess I'll transform now, just to try and loosen his stupid ass grip. I'm gonna go for the biggest thing I've got. Big old bear. Don't make me angry. You wouldn't want me when I'm angry.
And it just comes out as a bear's roar.
Okay, I'm going to. What is your spell save DC?
On the
That seems
bear
like,
or my
actually
character?
no. Actually no.
What?
I know what I'm going to do.
Oh,
I'm going to
no.
use the bear's physical strength
Okay.
as the stat.
Oh
for
right,
this.
I actually need to do the thing. There.
To break free.
No, I have to show him what my current HP is.
Oh.
Yes. Right, so it's a +4. You are level 5, so okie dokie. Let's see. Has a good strength save though. Okay, so you don't fully break free. You are now in this weird problem of as it's running away, it suddenly kind of like slows down as you take on this huge form, but you're still grappled by its. You're not restrained, but you're still grappled as its claws are still around. Effectively, what it's now your leg.
Yeah, I figured. Okay.
And the owlbear just goes, "Urgh?"
Yeah. And I guess I tell my animal beast to just like make it let me go.
Make it let you go.
Bite its leg!
Right. So your beast companion is going to use the help action.
Yeah.
Wait,
To
there's a
try
help
and
action?
yes, there's a help action. Everyone has the help action. As an action, you can help. You can specify that you want to help so and so hit that thing or do that thing, giving them advantage on their roll.
I did not know this.
So effectively, Otto has just commanded the spirit creature thing to help him try and escape.
And that was before I transformed because I can't communicate while in bear form.
So basically, on Otto's next turn, he will have advantage on trying to escape.
Yeah.
As this little spirit thing starts trying to harass as best it can this oversized ball of fluff feathers.
Yep.
So that was an action and a bonus, and you're currently grappled, so your speed is 0.
Yeah, I can't do anything.
Zoho.
I'm done.
What to do? What to do? What to do? If I attack from... Well, I can't do that now, can I? Run over here. And then... I only have 3 more key. Don't want to use them all up, but at the same time... I attack, and then I use Stunning Strike. Again.
You missed.
You've missed.
The missed!
You missed and critically lower damage.
Oh, come on! What is it?
This is
Okay.
Well, stunning strike has the advantage if you declare using it when you hit.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't waste it on.
You don't have to
miss.
use that right now if it's a failure.
Yeah, you when you hit a creature, so it's all in the wording when it comes to these things. So stunning strike is when you hit with an attack. So you hit with something and then you go, I would like to add a stunning strike to that, please.
Yeah.
All right.
Basically, it only you can only apply it after you've confirmed that you're hitting it.
Okay.
Whereas things like shield, you don't know the numbers and stuff involved. You just have to all you know is whether you were hit or not. So you have to kind of guess.
Yeah.
I punch.
So you punch. I'm guessing you're going to add the stunning strike to that. Because
Yes.
that hits. So you spend your key on that, so you got 1 key left. You still have your normal extra
No, I have 2
attack
key
as well.
left. Because remember 5. Oh wait. I use Stunning Strike, then Flurry of Blows.
Yeah, I'm doing the math backwards. It's okay. You got 2 key left.
Yeah.
Constitution saving.
DC
Yes.
14.
It fails.
Oh,
So you
Oh,
do 7 damage.
This is a dodgy Borb.
And your stunning strike did. He's stunned. Let me just.
wait, he's stunned?
Yes, that's what stunning strike does. It stuns it.
I didn't know. It said
It's
fail.
in the name.
Okay, so if
Stunned,
now
incapacity. Okay, so Otto, you are now free as it grip loosens from as it
The
gets
punch
dazed by the
lands-
punch.
Yay!
punch lands square on the owlbear's
Wrist.
cheek.
Oh.
Or rather,
So-
neck.
Rug.
So Zoho, you still technically have 1 regular attack.
Punch again!
Okie dokie. This has advantage because it's
Oh,
stunned now.
that's right. Let me reroll.
Well, just roll 1 more.
I'll roll 1 more.
It's obviously hit. It's just in case you crit because it will do extra damage. Okay. So just normal hit.
Wham!
And then if you want to spend 1 key, you can do an extra one as well. Because monks are silly like that.
Yes.
And this would
Punch.
also be advantage.
Oh, gosh. Let me roll again.
5 damage. As the creature kind of like kind of looks like it's losing balance and it stumbles to the side.
Oh, it worked.
You got movement left. You can freely move as well because it can't react to you.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. So let's see. I moved from there. 5, 10. That's 15.
You're a monk. The
And-
answer is yes. You can move.
Okay. So, the ruler. eh, 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 eh. Mm. Move here. End my turn.
Okie dokie. Farin.
Okay. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do right now.
Hit
'Cause-
from afar.
That's a bad idea considering I'm closest.
Technically, there's a bear there.
Yeah,
bear right
apparently he wants to get a face full of bear fur.
Everything's currently at advantage because the thing's stunned, so you don't have to worry about flanking positions and shit.
The creature is stunned. Hit him.
Oh yeah, I forgot to click that. I would do that again, but I don't think that's a good idea.
What the battle axe?
I think he wants to go for the laser beam.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, and I'm realizing no, the axe would, considering it the axe is an advantage. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Yay!
I'm gonna.
Two-handed still.
Yes, please.
Okie dokie.
Now I am also gonna use the 15-foot movement speed to move the Mini Mao to a spot where I possibly won't shoot Otto in the ass.
Or Zoho.
No, you're in front of the turret. Zoho is
I'm behind
not.
it.
Yeah.
Misses?
Yeah,
I'm
I
behind
get
the
what he's
owlbear.
getting at.
M-
The owlbear's a
Uh,
meat shield.
It also has advantage because it's stunned.
Yeah.
Because stunning is OP.
Ballista. Advantage. Submit.
Oh!
Oh,
Crit.
Oh, that's a crit.
That is a spicy hit.
That's
That is
not a
very
crit, but it's a spicy damage.
It has a max roll on this
As
damage.
Otto gets up and like goes to hit the big ugly
I'm not there yet.
burb.
I'm not even close to being there yet.
Whatever.
As,
It just abuses over Otto and hits.
All Otto hears is something go whizzing past his head to smack the burb in the face for spicy damage.
the forceful blast causes it to stumble back the other way.
Oh no!
Wait, what?
You're a fucking bear. You're as big as it is now.
No. The other way? That's Zoho's direction.
No,
Uh-oh.
it's currently facing Zoho's direction. It's like swaying left and right. It's
Oh.
unstable.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, so I shot it in the ass. That's what you're telling me.
Shot it in the back is more likely.
Well, considering it's a bear burb, yeah. Actually, wait.
And
Shit, too late.
Yes.
you've only got movement left at this point.
Yeah, I know, but never mind.
You can move where you want freely while and does stuff as long as you're within your normal thing.
I'm gonna take a step back so I don't get hit if this thing decides to shake.
It's stunned.
That's
Let's
fair.
see here.
No, he means falling over.
For AoE purposes, he's only grabbed by the leg.
I thought you said he let go. Or
Well,
was his
you
grip
were grabbed
loosened?
by the legs. You were grabbed by the leg, so it's like effectively this is your space for AoE purposes.
Okay.
So can I slap? So can I use Dragon's Breath without hitting anyone, or no?
You're
other than the
probably gonna
owlbear.
hit Zoho.
Or me.
I
could probably take it better.
15-foot cone, yeah.
Yeah. And
I am just out of range.
Well, you don't want to hit this side, so if you put the edge there, I think you're gonna get Otto. But Otto has a lot more HP to work with.
Yeah, like I don't care.
do it.
Unless you do a cheeky, because if you do it from like back here, you can catch it with the
Yeah.
edge.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, if you do it
So-
from here.
Okay, so I was here.
Yeah, so if you
I
you
go-
do it
Yeah,
from-
so somewhere like that triangle kind of deal.
Okay, I go here. I do the breath. Cold.
Do the breath.
Fusro da!
Do the breath.
Pew.
Oh no.
It's a dex save, which it auto fails. Holy shit, that's another one.
Damage.
Wait, what?
Simultaneous ones.
At least I'm not Connor McKinn. Wait, he
So
somehow
how-
rolls double
so-
now
So,
once.
so how do you want to do this with all those ones?
Hang on. I don't see what you're talking about.
Okay, look at my damage.
4.
4.
If you
Oh!
hover over it, it tells you what the individual dice are.
Oh no! Oh, that's
Yeah.
awful.
Is it dead?
Oh, it died. It only had.
How do you wanna
didn't-
do
It was
this?
already. It was already basically dying.
So how do you want to do this?
So how do you want to do this?
I look at it. I'm like, okay, fuck this. Shit, I'm done. And Kaya just leans her head back. Reaches for where it shoots out the cone of cold.
Axelugi. Got it.
Hawks a cold
Motherfucker.
loogie.
Oh.
You know,
And everything in the air, yeah, including the elevator, even though it's or just gets a bit frozen.
It's a feathered ice cube.
So what we're going with is you let out the breath weapon, and you see all the like grass kind of like quickly frost over.
Yeah,
Like a
essentially,
really-
it's getting frozen enough that we could carry it back to town if we wanted.
Terp.
And you see it kind of like creep up the owlbear's like rear leg, and you see the feathers kind of like lose their looseness.
Their
And
organic
plumage.
feeling.
yeah, that's the
Okay.
one.
Terp.
Meh.
And it falls down.
What is the film with Sean Connery as a Durgan?
Sean Connery?
Dragonheart.
Yeah, you're talking about Dragonheart, and you're thinking.
First one.
I was thinking of it too. Dragonheart: A New Beginning, when they were learning how to do Dragon Breath.
Yeah, when they were learning how to do ice breath.
Yeah,
he
and it's
hawked
literally
loogie
a
at the poor
freaking
monk.
loogie.
He hawked a loogie at the poor monk.
Yep. So
Right.
funny.
Yep. It's also
So-
funnier because that monk played Faramir in Lord of the Rings later.
Yeah,
Or the
okay,
actor.
okay.
So you beat up this poor owlbear.
Poor Alp! It just came out of nowhere. It just attacked me.
And tried to take off with Otto for some reason.
I mean, food.
I mean, yeah, I am a fine specimen of a man, but yeah. I'm kidding.
I mean, I wouldn't. put it
I'm
like that, but okay.
kidding.
Debatable.
I had the most meat on my bones. I was a bit.
I'm pretty sure to the owlbear, myself, Thorin, and Cayenne were practically hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the main course?
You think I'd catch?
Appetizers.
Hmm.
You think I would catch more attention with my red hair?
I have red hair too.
You're not the
My-
only redhead in town.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, but comparing mine to Otto,
You're all
Moving
so
on.
much
vibrant.
You also have to keep in mind, in nature, bright colors means danger.
Yeah.
Isn't that the
Bear.
case with yellow?
Anyway, random tangents.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So
Right.
you've beat up a poor Alba.
Sure.
I don't
You
feel
Do not
almost
say
finished
Albert, we
packing
had
up
to fight
camp.
it.
And you have successfully found Otto. You also know where you are.
Okay, can we not waste anything from the owlbear and like see what we can take from it?
That's why it's frozen. We can take it home.
Yeah, it's Frosty. We can slide him.
I'm not sure that would actually work. But we can certainly test it out.
I just
Yes.
look at Zoho, and I then motion to Otto.
I'm the same size as him. I don't know what you're.
You have an easier time picking it up as a bear.
I can't exactly do
He has no
human
opposable
gestures.
thumbs.
Yeah.
Can I-
Put it on his back.
No.
And tie it to him.
Right. Okay. I'm just gonna like. You are.
We're
you
the same
are-
size category.
You are about.
Oh, right.
You are
Hmm.
about 6 hours away from town.
Mm-hmm. I can't keep
Okay.
my
All
form
Alto's
longer.
transformations don't last that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're an hour, I
Okay.
think, right now.
And on top of that, trying to drag this back to town is going to quadruple your time once. Well,
So 24 hours.
Yeah, like, and that's as if I was a humanoid
Yeah.
being able to pick him up or something,
if,
and I wasn't
if
the
it,
same
no,
size.
no,
as
no,
him.
no, no. Just as humans, like it would be possible, but you're effectively halving your speed and then halving again because you're effectively going to have to drag the fucking thing back due to its size and where you are. So you're
Okay.
effectively like halving and then halving again.
Okay, never mind. Who wants to help me carve this thing? AKA, give me advantage.
Ow, that was loud.
I can't do a robotic voice. I'm sorry.
Might as well.
I don't
These
even.
feathers might be
Sure.
useful or something.
That's a fair few feathers.
Perhaps.
Do we have to roll anything for this?
Yes.
Depends on what you want to do with it. If you want to just
Uh,
pluck some feathers, then
I would
no,
like
I'm
to
not gonna
pluck
make you
some
roll.
feathers.
I don't think Faye has just rolling a couple feathers in mind.
I don't think we can carve it because he's all in ice.
Break the ice?
No, it's not fully frozen. It's only like its back,
It's like chilled.
back end.
Okay, so his like skin is frosted, but his meat is like still soft.
Is anyone giving me survival? Because I'm going to try to get an owlbear pelt in the head.
Normal roll, right?
Yeah, I'll help with that one.
And
So I
it's
have
survival.
advantage?
Sure.
Yes, if people are helping.
Yeah, I'm helping. So
Do
we
So
all
you're
get
trying to
advantage?
get you're trying to at least get the pelt out of it. Okay.
Mhm.
Are we rolling advantage on this?
Are we
No,
all
it's just
rolling?
Cayenne with advantage. You
Oh,
help
just-
Cayenne, so Cayenne gets the advantage.
Okay, so we all
And this
roll
is
normal
your-
survival.
No,
No,
just
Cayenne
Cayenne.
rolls advantage.
Oh,
No one else has to roll.
forget
Thank
that one.
goodness nobody has to roll.
Because I was in that one.
Right, so you managed to get what is effectively a pelt out of this thing. It's a bit
Okay.
odd, like its upper half is all feathery, but its back half is all like
Fur.
fur.
Huh.
So
This-
you effectively end up with what appears to be half a belt, half a bear pelt,
And half an owl.
specifically the back half.
Okay.
Zoho inspects it.
Yeah, I motion to Zoho, give me a hand with the leg here, and I try and take off a leg to bring back, just like the boar.
Yeah, sure.
Oh god, you guys are terrible.
Hey,
Lauren,
I
do you
don't
wanna
want to
help?
waste food! Eh.
Waste not.
Lauren, do you want to help me with head?
Oh god.
Frick's
I
sake.
look at Cayenne. What the do you want the head for this time?
Instead of what I'm going to do with the boar head, Probably get it stuffed and mount it in the guild.
Sure. Kai, do we have to roll anything for this?
If you do the help action, I have advantage.
Yeah, that's what
Okay,
I
I
did too.
help.
Okay.
Don't
Roll-
love it.
Roll survival to cut the head off.
And we rolled survival with advantage to cut the leg off.
That's
Right,
what we did
okay,
already.
So you basically do the butchering thing again, where you just hack down the leg around where the joint is until it
Separates.
separates. It's not pretty at all. It's just a fucking mess. Well, it's
Ugh.
done. You have a owlbear leg with the claw at the end of back end.
Do you think we should cut off the other one?
I think
You
we
have-
should take the claws.
Cayenne, you kind of have a similar situation. You get the head, but it's not a pretty cut or anything. It's you kind of like cut through like the neck and stuff is fine, but then when you you have trouble getting through like breaking the spine where it the neck. So you just kind of like sit there like, Barry, can I borrow your axe a second? Until it breaks.
Yeah, let's go try and get the other leg too.
I help Otto cut off the other leg.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, this one's a bit easier to get off. You don't have to, it's not a complete mess.
I got a
You're not adapt to it. It's a bit rough around the edges, but you don't end up with like random splinters of bone where you fucking like axe that and.
I got a bit more experience doing it, and it's thawing out, so it's easier.
So you end up with. I'm gonna say this is gonna kind of be your limit because you're gonna have to basically carry one of these each.
Yeah.
I was just going for the
Like-
legs anyways, because they usually have the most.
So
meat.
like the pelt, you're basically gonna like you can like roll up and tie up with a rope, which I'm
Mhm.
assuming you brought in your basic pack. One leg each, and then someone's gonna have to awkwardly carry the head, but it's doable.
Yeah,
Awkwardly carry the head.
I don't forget the rope.
Do you just want the head for trophies and mounting it on the wall or something?
Well, if someone asks us where we got this bear pelt, I can point to the head, to the owl bear head, and say, "It's not a bear, it's an owl bear. Get it right."
And we'll say the feathers are quite big, but you got like just enough. You got like enough room left over in your pack to stuff a bunch in, as best you can. So you get 9 feathers as well.
Any other talons? Or are they
They're
just on the
attached
leg?
to the legs.
They're attached
Okay.
to the legs. We can get them off when we're back at the guild.
You only grab 2 legs. There's still more. There's still 2
It only has
more.
2 legs with talons.
It only has 2 legs.
And as I said, to carry this stuff, it's basically this is going to be your limit.
Yeah.
You have to use a bit of common sense here. You're not gonna.
Yeah.
It's like the pelt's gonna be heavy, the head's gonna be
The
awkward. and
legs
then
are like giant ass clubs for a guy bigger than
They're
my
tree
size.
trunks.
Yeah.
They're basically the size of trees.
No, it's a
You
good
say
thing you
that,
guys
but
aren't
they're actually
barbarians.
they're surprisingly slim.
Yes.
Hmm.
You ever seen? Because
Yeah.
the back, it's a bit weird. Like it's got the owl's head, and the upper body is like covered in like feathers. And when it holds out its arms, it's like got it effectively is wings, but not ones that can fly with. But on the ends of these arms, well, not necessarily the ends, but are basically like bear claws, and then the back limbs are like
Hmm.
freaking griffins, proper like full on bird, but the back end's all furry. It's some weird mismatch of a bear and an owl. It's not like
Say-
the top half is owl. It's kind of like this bit is owl, this bit is owl, this bit is bear.
Yeah, Kai.
Yep.
Question: could I pluck feathers off the wings?
I did not specify which types of feathers, so yes, they could be the wing feathers.
Who would like to help Zoho pluck
No,
feathers?
no,
off
no.
the
I'm saying like the 9 feathers could be off the
Yeah.
wings. They don't have to be off the body.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
I mean,
So,
we could.
Pluck
I mean,
9
we could. All,
feathers off the wings.
I mean, we could literally all grab feathers, or I can at least stuff more in my second bag.
Zoho has 2 backpacks.
I'm gonna
How are you
end
planning?
my-
And you brought 2. I thought you guys were like coming with a.
A
Why the
light-
fuck did you bring 2 backpacks?
a light
Oh
load.
right, yeah. No, hang on. Okay, so I don't have that.
You guys all came with a light load.
Right.
Came with your basic pack pack. Like you knew where you were going. You brought what you thought, like a few rations because you might have to spend a day or two looking for
Yeah.
Otto and your
Yeah.
gear and stuff, and then like your tents and bedrolls and your backpacks.
I would like to point out this is
Don't
why.
get too greedy.
Yeah, no, sorry. Yeah, I forgot about that part. I kind of was distracted with trying to make sure I did have everything I needed, and not everything I have, because
Yeah, so the lake,
Yes.
so the tent.
Like you don't need your loot and your viol for this, so you can leave them in the guild.
Hang on.
uh,
I have to ask, considering it's a fusion, was that considered a beast?
Nope.
I didn't think
No.
so.
It is
Fine.
it is unnatural.
Yeah.
It's an abomination.
okay, equipment.
Probably explains why Otto had no qualms about killing it.
Well, yeah, let's
I
say
think it
that.
was more to do with the thing with it trying to
And also
eat
the
him.
fact it tried to take him for dinner.
And used me as a crutch.
And not the way you think.
Anyway, you spend the better part of the morning hacking off limbs and things, and it's like, can I get a bit more? In nah, probably gonna have a no. Then it's gonna be awkward.
Yeah.
This will have to do. And
Okay.
you pack up the last tent,
Boop.
and you get yourselves back into town. This
We
is
should
going
probably-
to be.
We should probably burn the body, just to be safe.
It's raining.
It keeps like there's a couple of breaks every now and again in the rain, but it's kind of like just constantly
On and off.
raining. Now I'm not. Now I'm a torrential downpour. Now I'm fine.
Never mind then.
So it's kind of a shitty journey back.
So, yep. Heading back to Carnell.
Oh, at least it'll clean us
And-
off after we carve the shit out of it.
And you head back to Carnell. You end up having to go through the whole like we need to search your backpacks for anything dangerous and shit. They question you on what the fuck the Albert like they don't question the pelt, that just looks normal to them because it's effectively the back end of a bear, but they do question what the fuck kind of creature you
Has
got the
arms
legs
like
from.
that, yeah.
But you don't have too much trouble, like you don't have the whole like issue you had before.
I turn around because I have essentially drained the head so enough with prestidigitation so it doesn't leak all over me. Just with the owlbear head strapped to my back. We fought a fucking owlbear.
It tried to abscond with our friend. So we responded in the proper manner.
Right, you're adventurous on weird hunting. Just head into town.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, so you get back to town, you head to the guild.
And as we enter, Zoho calls out, Thorik! We got more meat!
Oh god, I need to find a fucking person to deal with two heads now. Great.
And we found Otto!
Hello.
He doesn't really mention anything about Otto, but he kind of like comes out the door. It's like bit of a beady eye. It's like, do a few things with that one. Quickly like nabs them up and takes them into his. Takes the legs into the kitchen.
Zoho turns to Kaya and then looks at the head. So, how are we going to go about getting this stuffed?
I don't know. I've been meaning to ask around for
Taxidermist?
for a taxidermist.
Perhaps
I've
we could
been-
ask Gunthorpe. Maybe he would know one. I mean, he work!
Speaking of Gunthorpe, on your arrival, Gunthorpe sees Kyan and he's like, good news!
What?
I have information.
Okay, about magical gates.
No. I
What?
have information where you might be able to find information on a magical gate.
Is it a blacksmith that's also a sorcerer? Sorry, we had to deal with We had to deal with this. Just turned around.
Shows
Never
off the
mind that.
owlbear head.
The good news is I know where you can get the information.
Okay.
And the bad news?
There is no bad news.
Oh.
Unless you can't get the information there, then it will be bad news. But I don't know whether it's there or not.
So
No
where,
guarantees.
so where would we have to go?
Give me a minute. I'm getting my list. I actually have a name for this shit.
So for the record, the beast companion I summoned, how helpful would that have been in terms of damage? Considering its size. Or am I not allowed to know that?
Hang on a minute. You're going to have to take a trip to Barada.
Barada?
Yes, Barada.
Is that the next town over?
You could say so. That's where all the ore comes for the blacksmiths. Okay, so for the players and the other people, if anyone ever watches this.
First, how do you spell this?
Where?
Barada. How do you spell it?
Ah.
Damn. Entirely wrong.
Baradare.
Right, Farin knows where this is.
Baradare. Oh.
We are going to Dwarf Town now.
You're effectively going to Dwarf Town.
Yeah.
This is the mountain city which supplies most the ores and things that come down the river to all the blacksmiths.
Is it
So
north of us or
looks-
south of us?
It is a little north and up to the, but mainly west
Zoho looks at Thorin.
on
You
the
know
big
of this
map.
place, Thorin?
Of course, it's a dwarven city. How would I not? Oops.
Have you been there before?
Yes, you would have at some
Many
point.
times. It's not far from home. Perhaps I can visit
Just
my mother and father's graves when we are there.
A good
offhand,
way-
is it close? Is it close enough to the river?
The river comes from the mountains where it's at.
I
The
look
river
at
connect-
Kayad.
The river,
the river.
the river connects Carnal with Barada.
I look at Cayenne as if Cayenne has just asked the dumbest question ever.
I'm
You
not
do
from
real-
here.
Ugh.
I don't think anybody's from here, except for. I mean, actually,
No one's from here.
You're not. Yeah, you're not from here either. So the only thing you know is you came from there.
Zoho pats
Yes,
Thorin.
but when we were at the forge, the blacksmith talked about how all the ore for Carnell came from up the
We
river and
weren't
was shipped down the river
there.
by
Zoho was.
Zoho was, but Zoho's not the one who asked the question.
Yes, don't get RC, but yes. For
Also,
well
I would-
purposes.
Wouldn't I know that as a dwarf, as I've been to the city that we ship ore down the river to Carnell?
Well, you would have learned that from the blacksmith anyway, even if you didn't know it before.
Yeah.
You
Alright,
also
so-
know. You also know it's one of the biggest cities. It's one of the, like, Carnell isn't like Carnell is this. It's not a main city in the sense of it's not the capital or anything.
It's an
It is-
export
but
hub.
it is a hub.
Yeah.
Because of its
Mm.
location and its connections to. So, as I stated, Carnell sits between two rivers that enter the basically the Great Lake, which is on its southern end. There's one that goes up the west side of Carnell and then off, and then kind of like goes north a bit and then heads off west towards the mountains, which is where Barada is.
I'd imagine.
And then you have the one on the east side, which kind of does not complete. It's not like a complete mirror image. It's more direct, like more of an actual northeast direction, which goes up to the actual capital city. But Gunthorpe says it's like based on what information you gave Gunthorpe and what you can make out, he reckons he informs you that you would want to go to Barada to look in their effectively great library.
Okay. Well,
If we take the river, we could go by there again and Cayenne turns to Zoe. Oh, you can sketch it as long as it's not torrential downpour. Might help.
remind me
And
again.
it
Why
would
are
be
we?
good.
Go ahead.
It would be a good thing that we will have a guide to show us around Baradere. He pats Thorn's shoulder.
Foreign doesn't know Berida that much. Just that's for Josh's information. He's been there, but he probably can't give you a tour. He'll be able to like go, well, this is the big entrance, and this is the like main hall, but he wouldn't know like all the ins
He's
and outs.
trying
kind
to
of
be
thing.
positive.
This is the inn
No,
where
this
I
is for
stayed at.
Josh's information before he starts jumping at things.
This is the inn where I
I'm
stayed at
not-
when I visited. Or something silly like that.
Mm,
I would probably know enough to be able to go, this is this district, this is that district. As for the rest of the city,
Also, you haven't been there in a while.
oh, lovely.
Sounds
You're
like
you're
he's
gonna
only
do
been
one of
there as a
those.
child.
It's like if I were to go to London, I have an idea roughly where certain things are, but I'll still have to sit there and figure out which way I'm going on trains and shit.
Oh, okay, so it's like that one time I went to Quebec City. It's like, it was nice, it was memorable, but it's been a while, so I probably won't remember everything.
The only difference is I've had several visits to
As a
Bermuda.
child, a lot longer ago.
Mm,
We'll get into details at another point.
Mhm.
But this is effectively I'm going to leave it with you getting this information.
okay.
Alrighty, folks, that's us for tonight. We'll see you guys again tomorrow for some Terraria. We have decided to change over to a modded server. Most of our mods that we're going to be using on the server are going to be low impact. They just serve to help the player do things a little bit easier and a little bit faster, like
Nothing too extreme.
yeah, like more information centric. With one mod being impactful on the game itself, which is called Magic Storage, which allows us
We
to
will get
consolidate all of those frigging chest monsters in our base.
we will consolidate it further tomorrow. During the
Hopefully.
stream.
Yep. And in the meantime, we'll see you guys again next week on Saturday for some more Final Fantasy 14. We'll see you guys then.